Okay. Last we left off. I hope everything's still working. Yep. Uh, Having returned from the Shadowfell, uh, and dropped off your calling them ill-gotten goods wouldn't be quite the term. Uh, but you know, the ectoplasm you got and the crown no one attuned to. Uh, you just patiently wait for uh, Gondogratz to finish doing whatever he needs to do. And he gives you a little early access sneak peek, having rolled really well for his uh, jam roll. Uh, so he got a couple extra stuff. But that does leave you with a little bit of extra time. So you decide to try to track down the kind of rogue ship right now that seems to be unaccounted for some reason. Uh, Checking with the only people that really know how, that you can trust at least, George at Nexus. Uh, and conversing with him, messaging charge. The ship is kicking around. The thing is flying about somewhere. It's just hard to pin down. So when you head to Nexus, you talk to George and exchange some details. Uh, he gives you the like he gives you a basically a living telescope in the name of a by name of Operator, a construct who is seems to excel at far ranges. Uh, though the personality that is currently inhabiting it is a little volatile, having changed at least once that you've seen so far. Uh, and after a brief kerfuffle, where almost shooting Nyx after Zero popped her out, and then being subsequently shut down temporarily, and then having surgically removed his arms. Uh, you also regain the aid of Jane. Uh, Together, you all come up with a plan somewhat to attract the ship back to you, uh, using the, I guess, now abandoned and derelict ship. A couple days north, but a couple of hours by dragon. Uh, One where you found a robot earlier that is just kind of like one of four pieces that gave birth to all of these robots to begin with. Having made it there, you bed down for the night as Jane sets up the signal, basically, signal booster. You are warned that it's just a mass signal booster, meaning the ship, if it hears it, will probably be attracted to it. It's just a message that, you know, is telling it to come to that location. But you're told that the signal kind of is being just wide broadcast to anything that can receive it, including other apparatus units that might still be buried in the ice. Uh, After having set up the magnificent mansion, having a uh, hot bath with a bunch of merrics being fed grapes, not even eating them, just spitting them back out into a little bowl, uh, and having showers with triple the normal occupancy. Uh, Eventually, everyone begins to settle in for the night, except for you, Riley, for a little bit, at least, as you look out with Operator and spot some movement in snow in the fields to the south. Uh, just kind of house-sized movements, large constructs kind of slowly trudging their way, having been recently reactivated, seemingly. Just trudging towards your location. You're confident that they're at least not going to be able to make it up here until by the end of the night, at the minimum, maybe longer, but until then, Jane and Operator are outside just keeping an eye as the slow trudge of marching steel slowly encroaches on your position. I should bring my calendar to see what the time is. Man, this thing's all whack. Okay.
And there is no sign of the rogue vessel.
Considering it's only been about an hour since you've an hour since you really set up the signal. Not yet. You have no idea where it could be. The last time you scried on it a couple of days ago, it was in the middle of the ocean somewhere. So it could be anywhere.
And so we wait.
So you wait. But unless there's any other activities for the night or the morning, eventually you all rouse awake. Yeah, so you're kind of awake in like this cuddle puddle of just like of two people actually in your bed.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah, right. You wake to one person in your bed.
It's pretty cool.
Yep. Chris, you awake to the warm lick of flames. You're probably in the fireplace somewhere.
This fucking guy.
The coolest.
I'm the coolest.
Objectively the coolest.
Isn't he objectively the hottest, actually?
Boo! Boo!
Okay.
I'm booing you because you're right.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Eventually, as you all arouse from your slumbers or meditations, you all find breakfast awaiting you. Just in the dining room. What's for breakfast, Chris? What is Merrick cooking up?
He's gonna cook up some broccoli.
You get plates of steamed broccoli.
Don't piss me off.
Steamed broccoli. No
You don't like
water.
broccoli?
For breakfast?
Oh, true.
I love broccoli. For breakfast is crazy.
That, you're right. Never mind. Completely legit. Never mind.
Like, that's all he said. That's all he said. Nothing like broccoli omelet. Just broccoli.
Broccoli and over easy egg.
Yeah, you get
All right, you know what?
broccoli,
That's
you
the
get-
psychotic combination, especially in the morning.
Yeah.
You just put the broccoli like in a smoothie or something. You're crazy.
Ye old medieval smoothie.
Probably.
Just
Don't see why not.
two Merrick's like cranking broccoli through like a meat grinder. Yeah, you all get plates of over easy eggs and steamed broccoli.
Well, it's nourishing.
You have been to taverns that were cheaper than this place that had better food, but
Cheaper?
it is,
Cheaper than free?
I mean, taverns. Even the
Cheaper than
taverns.
free.
That were less fancy.
I got free real estate.
He's not wrong. Is Hammerspace free real estate? Or are we only counting the castle in the middle of the forest?
Wait, what was the question?
Is Hammerspace real estate?
Oh, I was counting the egg place, the egg tavern.
That wasn't free though. You had to trade your egg for that.
Yeah, that was a transaction.
Hammer space?
Yeah, you know hammer space, where you store your hammer?
It's just a fancy word for extra dimensional space with extra space, like a bag of holding.
Yeah, like where you put your hammer when you're done with it.
I think it comes from Scott Pilgrim.
I thought it was Amy Rose, honestly.
I think it's Scott Pilgrim because
Hammer space.
Ramona has like a side bag, little like side saddle bag that has like a giant hammer in it. A pouch.
Oh, I see. I just didn't get the reference. I was like, I understand what you're saying, but I was like, am I supposed to know what it's from?
Oh, apparently Urusei Yatsura and Ranma 1/2 was where it started. It is believed by some that the term hammer space itself was coined based on the Ranma 1/2 character Akane Tendo, due to the fan perception that she has a tendency to produce large hammers from nowhere. I like the large hammers from nowhere trope. It's good.
She has a space for hammers. Yeah. Breakfast is served with egg and broccoli. No drink. Yeah. Operator and Jane are also there, not eating, but they're just kind of sitting there. Operator does like a running kneel to slide next to you, Riley. My liege, the encroach of the enemy nation is ever furthering.
What's our estimated time of arrival?
It kind of like does like calculations in his head, and then it says, "Post haste."
They got faster in the morning.
My liege, I believe a siege is imminent.
I'm gonna turn to Jane. Is he just battle hungry?
Jane kind of looks at you. Well, yes, but also not wrong. The apparatus are closing in pretty accurately. Depends on how long it takes them to climb a mountain. Those models, they're not built for climbing, they can climb. So it'll be slow going, but all we really need to do is just to wait long enough for the vessel to arrive. So if it happened before they get here, perfect, but there's no telling.
And neither of you can hear it screaming.
Not right now, no.
Well, do we have implements to perhaps slow the ascent?
Jane kind of looks to the rest of the table. I believe they're all eating eggs right now.
Additionally, to get them to awaken, like you and the others, what would we need to do? Because I would rather them have, or what do you want, I guess? Do you want them to be awakened? Because the alternative is we are, luring a Silnian ship here. If it goes south, Silnia will now know where a base is, a ship that they probably did not know was here before, and then they also will have access to, now you said house-sized units.
They did seem to be pretty large.
Earth treaders, they're called, yeah. Kind of they are built for sieges.
Do you want them to be awakened? And if so, I mean, we could. I'm just worried about leaving them here after everything is said and done, especially if it does go south. Silnia will come back for this spot.
I mean, of course I want them awakened, but... And I can do it. It'll just be... It's not a quick process. And if they attack en masse, like they are en route to doing it in the heat of conflict doesn't seem to be conducive to survival. Though we can always pick them up later. I mean, this ship isn't that far away from Nexus. So we do have a couple of Earth Trader units, well, one. So it can come back here to retrieve the fallen.
We
Probably
just need to
faster
make
than
sure
some-
that their core is intact, you said.
In theory, the core would be equivalent of like having, kind of putting like your brain in a jar, I guess, or like your soul. That's all you really need to keep your personality, or that's the thing that actually awakens. The rest of it's just kind of like a body. Like, losing a limb and then getting a prosthetic. The important things are the cores. That's the actual potential person. But logistically, if you can salvage the bodies, it'd be nice. But again, if you can't, I'm not going to hold it against you. No one at Nexus is going to hold it against you. Right now, they are just machines. Right now. Just with the potential to be more.
My biggest concern is, yeah, if we're not able to awaken any of them, leaving them here where they could be found later by Solnia, because we can't stay here 24/7. And I would hate to leave anyone here posted up 24/7. I mean, obviously, yeah, we want this place hidden to an extent, or at least surveilled in case Solnia does find it, but ultimately, I have a problem with putting any of you guys in jeopardy of getting captured by Solnia. Which is why I have reservations about leaving anyone here to guard it that isn't just like a person. Like a meat person.
Who's here? Who wants to guard?
Well, I can bury them under some more snow, but they'll probably just break free anyway.
Jane, what do you need to awaken them? Like, do we just need to maybe get one of them up here, like, one by one?
I would just
And,
need
like,
time.
awaken them.
I just need time and patience. Just like taming an animal, I suppose. That's the closest analogy I can think of. I've been doing teaching, I suppose. Not just of what I've learned traveling with you, but also the inner connections that actually make us us. I think I should be able to kickstart that process in other apparatus units. But again, all that requires is time and proximity. I just need one close enough so I can talk to it. And again, if the attack on mass, there's not much I can really do unless I want to, spend minutes under laser fire.
Oh, they have lasers.
Assuming the Earth Treaders aren't empty, the things inside may have lasers. The Earth Treaders will spit lightning and also shoot napalm.
What's napalm?
It's a chemical concoction that is very flammable.
Could we make use of that ourselves?
Probably. I'm not privy to the chemical composition myself, but George may have the recipe.
Oh no, I was just talking about if they were to use it, would we be able to maybe ignite that and cause like a fireball effect?
Oh, it'll be on fire when they shoot it at you.
Oh, that's disappointing. Well, in that case, looks at Chris. We have somebody who doesn't mind fire.
What am I lighting?
You're surviving an onslaught, so you can bring one of the units up. Maybe. They're probably pretty heavy.
This is wishful thinking, but it would be so convenient if we had some way of you, like... Oh, let me use terminology that's not modern. Of you putting all of your teaching onto some kind of little, I don't know, insert or something that we could just stick into the what are they called, earth shredders, putting, like, you know, taking something but that has all your knowledge on it and the awakening on it, and just putting it in them or on them or something, and then like almost spreading it to them like a virus, if you would.
That is, well, in the theory possible. That's what the nexus kind of is. At the base of it, the tree. It's kind of this whole deal. It's just the logistics of bringing a potentially hostile apparatus into the heart of our very civilization isn't great. But I agree that having all that information and all that convenience, I suppose, into one mobile spot would be useful. That's kind of the role I fill right now, actually. That's kind of
Oh no,
me.
you're the mobile. You're the mobile data.
Yeah. We're still trying to figure out our society, but I think I've picked up the title Concordance at some point. And I don't know why. Well, I don't know why. I don't know where it started, but that's what some of the receivers have started calling me. So, yeah.
Is there any way that we could maybe disarm them down there and then bring them up here? Like literally disarm them. Like how... I guess we'd need to see some kind of schematics or something for where their weapons are. Or if there was somebody else we could bring, and maybe we could... I don't know. I don't want to put anyone else at risk. I'm willing to do it if somebody taught me how to disarm them and dismantle them safely, to just remove their weapons. I don't know how internal their weapons are. If it's like what's his name? Operator?
Yeah.
Okay. If it's like operator where it can just be detached, or if it's more invasive than that, but I'm trying to figure out a way we can herd them almost one by one, separate them, bring them up here when they're unarmed, and give you the time and us to help keep them under some level of control one by one and let you do your thing. And then not certain what to do from there. Well, I would hope, you know, we're able to at least get them willing and we could start teleporting them out to the Nexus. But yeah, sorry, my question is, how difficult would it be to disarm them of the napalm and the lasers and that?
All of those weaponries are pretty much internal. They don't have arms, not like a operator or myself or others like us. We technically have limbs with weapons attached to them. The Earth Treaders are just kind of walking weapons. You could disarm them, but that would involve... It's the equivalent, I guess, organic comparison I can think of is you can disarm them by chopping off their arms, I suppose, instead of really just removing the weapons like we did with Operator. You would have to delimb them.
How hard is that?
Yeah, if someone can show me where to cut. Obviously, like you said, they don't have limbs, but if
Well,
someone could just show me where to cut or where to shoot. If I need to just destroy the weapons, I will. I was trying to find a solution where I could preserve them so they can get them back when they are ready to behave. But if it's just a matter of destroying them, I'll destroy them. Just the weapons, I mean.
As far as more, the two weapons that they have really are the Earth Shredders that have the ring on the back. That's where most of their offensive capability comes from. I believe they shoot ionizing jets of plasma as well from that ring, and their lightning. The napalm comes from their eye, or I guess their face. It's like a big glowing blue glass bulb at the front.
Wait, if those are the two elements at play here, Chris and I can wall both of those.
Possibly. I also question the logistics of bringing them up one by one. I mean, they're already coming up here anyway. For what end, I'm not sure, but they are attracted to here. We may not get the choice to really have that much level of control.
How much are there? That we might think?
Operator kind of interjects.
Right? Good.
I count at least a fortnight. Times 10.
So, just pretty much hundreds.
Jane kind of translates. There are a couple dozen Earth critters coming in, but there were elements of smaller apparatus, quicker apparatus. Altogether total probably mid 200s.
Yeah, I think the word siege is appropriate for this situation.
I really don't know of a solution other than us just having to destroy them and preserve. What did you say it was? The core?
Yes. Most apparatuses, well, all of us have a central core that just acts as a processing unit, basically, equivalent to like a brain and a heart, and our soul now. And again, it's ideal if you can preserve the body and the cores. It's a little less ideal, but still better to just preserve the cores. And again, we totally understand if heats of battle, if that's what's coming in. If that's not possible, again, we're not going to hold that against you.
Because as of right now, their instruction is to, I'm assuming, just kill anything that is not them.
If their programming is the same as when it was left, then yes. There have been a few aberrations.
I'll be right back.
There's been a few aberrations, I'm sure you're aware of, where a couple of apparatuses didn't behave regularly. But those are the exception, not the rule.
Did they not all have something in common? You know, Error and the others. They had magical influence, did they not?
Are you talking about error?
Yes.
I couldn't say. I don't really have their memories. Whatever that happened to them, they had is enough to mutate their programming, change in some way. It could be a magical influence. It could be just a flaw in programming. It could just be, maybe the best term is trauma. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm gonna go find out what they're trained to do. I would like to go do a thing, if I may.
Sure.
I would like to take out. Well, I'm gonna put my hand up to everyone just to stay here because like I just don't think I'll need help. Could be wrong. We'll see. Whatever. I'll go for the door. I'm gonna exit the mansion. I would like how close are we to the exit of this little cave? I know it's not a cave, but you know what I mean, like the opening of the Nexus to go back out to like the elements again.
Yeah, so, what was your question for the? You, you're not at Nexus, by the way.
Oh, well, I know. I'm sorry. That's what I refer to the ship as, the ship.
Okay. So you guys are on a plateau, high up in the mountains. That is probably, I want to say, good 200 feet across from end to end. On the north side, kind of embedded in some of the mountains that still continue up, is the ship. Like that's like half a ship. That is like that's where Jane went to do the thing. That's where he found the one of the mutated orbs, the cores. To the south is just a sheer drop, which is that overlooks like a large ice and snow field. That is the field of burned glass. That is where the
Back.
hi. That's where the majority of the robots are coming from.
Robots.
Yeah, and I'm assuming the magnetic dimension is kind of somewhere in the center of plateau, so equidistant from the edge of the plateau to the south and to the ship.
Okay. I'm just gonna step out of the mansion, and I'm going to run to the edge of the plateau, if I may, and I want to unfurl my carpet like a skateboard. I mean, not like a skateboard. I'm gonna unfurl it and just drop it down and hop on it like a skateboard and just ride it standing up. And I want to, like, yeah, I guess peeking over whatever like ledge is there. Am I able to like look down and see them there, like the siege?
Make a perception check.
I'm so good at those. I'm so good at those.
Uh, yeah, it's hard to miss them, especially now that they've gotten close enough. You see them. You can't really make out like any intent or anything, but you do see the robots. There is a cluster of probably about 6 or 7 of the large house ones, just kind of at the base of the mountain range that would begin to climb up to the plateau if they started to climb.
So they haven't started.
No.
Not even. I mean, I guess my eyes are bad. I can't see shit. But I was gonna ask if even the smaller ones have, because you said it was a mix of different sizes, right?
That's what Jane and Operator said. Right now, you don't see any of the smaller ones. The big ones, hard to miss.
There's none of them within 120 feet of me, right?
No, not if you're from the plateau. They would have to climb upwards to probably about 400 feet upwards vertically until they reached your position.
Wish I had fly. I want to fly. I have invisibility. Anyway, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep. I guess if I may, are there stones anywhere near the plateau? Like I know it's snow up here, but there's no like visible rock. I could just take something for teleportation purposes.
I mean, there's rock, but it's not. But everything is kind of like frozen to the ground. You can try to pry one off if you'd like.
Sure.
Make an athletics check. It's just cold up here. There's that ship up there has been permafrosted over for hundreds of years, if not thousands. The rock here, even more so.
Okay.
A lot of this rock, that even the ones you could see, are like so frozen over that they're usually fully encased in ice, and the ones that aren't, is you don't really get a whole lot of grip on them either. You try something else, hit them with something that might work, but prying them off with your bare hands is a little out of your strength range.
Oh my god. Okay. Then can I get back on the plateau, whatever, and run inside of the ship and grab something from there? Just like if there's any broken pieces of anything, like metal or I don't know, wire, something that's already obviously not operating, and just grab a piece of
Yeah,
something.
that's much easier to do. There is a lot of just scrap here. Some of it is frozen over, but like some of them are a little more loose. It's kept more insulated just due to being, conical in shape. So you can find some like loose wire that you can easily cut. So
How so are the robots climbing up?
Not at present, right?
You as a player would know that not right now. You as Chris haven't not gotten that information yet, but currently, the robots have not started climbing, at least to what Zero sees.
Or is their path going to be having to climb up? Or would Chris know that?
I mean, you've seen the mountain range. It's not a perfectly vertical incline. There are a couple shelves and stuff, but it is more or less a 400-foot vertical climb. Like, there's no like path, like a real path up here. Well, there is kind of, but like, it's not one that they could take.
I see.
Do you want to come out here and help me real quick? You can. I didn't want to bother you about it. I was gonna just go down on my magic carpet and let them see me and see if they start pointing and shooting. Because Jane said she wasn't even aware if she, or not aware, but she wasn't certain if they're still going off of the base orders that they were programmed with, which was, I would imagine, I can't speak. I would imagine it's just attacking us. I'm expecting that, but we don't know. So I was just gonna go down there and get within range and see if they start shooting me. Do you want to give me? I mean, if you wanna be involved, do you want to give me fly? You can give me fly. That'd probably be less clunky than using this carpet.
Yeah, I could give fly.
Come out here.
I'll go out.
I'll call after I come back up to the plateau. I'll grab some wires or scrap metal or whatever, and I don't know if you can hear me from inside, but I'm gonna just shout I'll shout for Chris.
I go out.
Yeah, and you see Zero having freshly cut off some like bits of like green black wire from the ship and just kind of wrapping it in a little bundle and putting it in their bag.
Could I borrow some flight from you, sir?
Yeah, I'll do flight.
Sure. On just Zero, or are you casting on yourself as well?
I'll cast it on just Zero for now.
Okay. Yeah, you cast
I'll
flight
be
on Zero.
the meat shield. I don't mind.
You fighter, you fighter rogue, you.
What else? Good. What else can I be good for if not the? And not like a tank. I'm not a tank, but I am the residing tank adjacent.
Yeah, you have 30 more hit points more than everyone else. I don't even know if it's that much, to be honest.
Fly has been casted.
Sure. So you just fly down there?
Oh yeah, I just fucking run and jump off the plateau and just dive down, and I'm gonna dive bomb them. I'm not gonna hit them, but I want to get like hella within range.
Sure. Yeah, like do a cliff dive, do a couple flips. You see a points meter show up, and you start doing backflips and shit, and like combo meters start building up. You dive down pretty far until you get to probably about like 100-ish feet from where they are. You can see more clearly now what they kind of look like. Lumbering, almost arachnid or like insectoid looking robots. Their main feature seemingly seems to have they are just like these large clunky tank like quadrupeds. There is a kind of like circular ring kind of built into the back side of them, which you can see is kind of like buzzing with energy. They have one glowing blue glass eye in the front. No real visible face or anything like some of the other apparatuses. I'm gonna bring up a photo here. There you go.
Is that the Earth Shredder ones or no? Or is that just some of them?
These are the Earth Treaders.
Sure. Yeah.
Earth Shredder. Sorry, I keep saying
Yeah.
Shredder. That's big.
They're pretty big. Yeah, they have like a kind of blunted, almost rhinoceros horn. Yeah, you're not sure where they're supposedly hold other apparatuses. You're not sure where that's happening, but you've been told the glowing glass in the front is where the napalm comes out of, the kind of burning sticky fuel that is on fire all the time, and the ring on the back is where they shoot most of their energy-based attacks. Chris, you were saying?
Does rough terrain apply to vertical surfaces?
Yes, normally.
Okay. I was gonna say, like from 30 feet down from where we are situated, just to kind of slow them down, maybe I'll kind of make like some sort of like line in the cliffside. I'll use Mold Earth, the cantrip, and make it difficult terrain.
Okay, what's the
A single cantrip? Yeah, I was about to be like,
So what's the range and like area of effect of that?
Oh wait, never mind. I think I can only use this. Wait. I think I can only use it twice.
yeah, like that's having like a 400-foot like cliff be able to be molded by a cantrip is not. That's too powerful for a cantrip.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So you can make like squares of difficult terrain, 2 of them.
Yeah, I'll do that then. Just directly below the where we are.
Yeah, it's like putting out one of those like ant traps, you know. 5-foot cube, a 5-foot cube of difficult terrain. 2 of them. It might not do nothing. It might do nothing. Who knows? But you make like some. It's already pretty rocky terrain, but you make it like real weird and like almost like glitchy in a way. Like it's
You
like,
make it real weird.
yeah, like mountains already rocky, difficult terrain anyway, but you make it like super jagged, almost like a broken sine wave. Like it's like too jagged, too the frequency is too high, and just like it's real spiky. It's a little weird. But yeah, Zero. You, as you get a better look at the, the Earth Traders, make another perception check before you get shot at.
Before you get shot at is crazy, sorry. Come on.
Yeah. You get down, and before the last thing you see is just these robots, 7 of them. You hear this like heavy clunking noise as their quote bodies begin to rotate upwards towards you, as several of them kind of just lock onto you as that ring on the backside of the bodies begins to buzz and glow with a blue electric energy almost. You see about 3 of the 7 of them. The rings begin to almost vibrate, and you hear this like high-pitched whining, and you smell the scent of like burning ozone. This really like fried air kind of scent. As you kind of look down at your chest, and you see there's like faint, almost like trickles of suspended snow, almost as if like there's some sort of energy locking it in place. A perfect line from where those rings are in the center, directly through your chest. 3 of them have made these lines, and you see this almost between the snowflakes. There's a chain of electrical arcs as they turn to water from the heat, and then in 3 simultaneous bursts. In a fraction of a second, that chain of like a spot electricity immediately ionizes as there's a jet of plasma begins to rocket towards you at light speed. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oof.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
Ooh, it's pretty good.
Kiss my ass.
you succeed. And because you have vision, no damage. You see all 3 of these, and without even really thinking about it, you just take the perfect angle to immediately dodge, somehow, a lightning fast jet of plasma from 3 robots at the same time. As they all miss, strike the mountain, and you see there is probably about like 3 foot wide melted pock marks in the mountain now.
Okay, side note, this might be a strat. I don't know. I'm willing to be the meat shield, but this might be a strat for potentially destroying the mountain they're trying to climb up before they can
That's-
climb up it.
Yeah, what's the reaction on the mountain to that?
I
It's
was
a big
thinking
mountain.
like
It's the mountain's not gonna fall on them or anything. It's a 3 foot wide like pockmark. You know, it's a shallow
that's it.
crater. Yeah.
But it didn't like cause like a. I mean, like it's a all this like packed in snow that's probably been undisturbed for a long ass time. This didn't cause an avalanche or anything. Not that big of a mountain or like a cliffside, whatever. But I'm like something.
It's cold up here. It's more ice than snow, if anything here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even then, it's you know this wasn't like a huge concussive force. This was a sudden jet of like a melting energy.
Yelling shit.
I mean, it could have caused structural damage.
It's like shooting a building with like a assault rifle and be like, did it fall down yet?
Oh,
Over time.
okay, so that's
Yeah.
okay.
we need the goddess of
Well, it
natural
sounded more
disasters.
like it was like a fucking rocket launcher or something. I was like, yeah, this is gonna do nasty damage to me for sure.
It's a jet of plasma.
We need the goddess of natural disasters.
That's true. That's true. We could reach out to her and be like, I mean, I'm not saying she would do it, but if we asked her really nicely, like, hey, do you mind coming down here and just rounding up these guys and just keeping them in here, this little pocket of, I don't know, wherever they were already sleeping, just keep them there. We're gonna have to awaken them at some point anyways. That's the only reason I brought it up to Jane, because I was like, if we can find a way to just get them one-on-one, like individually, and bring them up here just so it was safer, rather than waiting for the siege to hit, I thought that might be a viable option, but they are fucking beefy, Jesus.
Yeah, bringing up one at a time is like a task for a dragon, and
No,
that
yeah,
will
that's
have
what
to
I
be like
intended.
right. But yeah, no, you'd have to dodge lasers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Polaris is a big
He get
target.
pretty fucked up. They would fuck up the boy.
Like, how much HP does Polaris have recovered at this point?
Uh,
Nowhere near full, right?
No, he took a couple of hits from something. He's probably. I haven't really been restoring his hit points. I'll bring him about 15 or so. He's about 245 right now out of 333. So a little,
Okay,
a
so
little more than 2/3 its health up.
Ouch.
And he's missing 1/3 of his health.
Yeah, we really
Yeah,
can't
it's
afford that.
we can't send him in.
Yeah. Zero. What are you doing? Because you're still in range of these things.
I mean, once I've already established that they're fucking hostile, then I'll go back up. Yeah,
Yeah. As you begin to go
I'll
back up.
fly in a little zigzag pattern to make it harder for him.
Yeah, you can fly back up rapidly, and like you see a couple of those weird lock-on reticles, those like sticking, like strings of snowflakes, as some sort of invisible force is kind of like tracking you, but then we get to like at some range, it's hard to tell, but from numbers, by numbers, but like at some point, you see the snowflakes that were kind of suspended in air just begin to fall again as they begin to unlock.
Whenever I reach the plateau, is it just Chris up there?
Unless Riley, you're doing something.
Nope.
Yep, just Chris.
I'm up here.
Okay, I'm gonna link arms with Chris and drag him back into the mansion. And as soon as once we enter the mansion and head back in, I'm assuming everyone's still at the dining table. I'm going to say to everyone there, but specifically Riley, and just be like, yeah, Sylnia cannot get a hold of that. Sylnia cannot have that. That was, like, I'm fine, but that's nasty what they do.
Did Riley hear something from inside?
No, not really.
Chris could hear it, right? Like, was it loud?
Uh,
I would probably like see like bolts of light coming up.
yeah,
Right.
you would have seen it. It's not like it's silent, but it's not. It's also not like this like large concussive wave. So it's weirdly quiet for what it is. Zero, you're pretty close by. There's definitely noise to it, especially as it zip past you. There's like this weird like buzzing, vibrating sound, like almost like a million balloons being rubbed at once. Awful noise, and the heat was immense when you dodged it. Like it was inches away from you, and it felt like you were standing next to like an open furnace for a brief flash.
I'm gonna just talk to. I'll say to, I guess, both of them. I'll just be like, it's okay. I guess I never really ask questions like that frequently enough. Is homing like that something that Zero would just know of at this point? They wouldn't know what homing is.
I think it would be like equivalent to some spells, like magic missile, for example.
Yeah,
Oh, right. Okay, so we're not like unfamiliar with the concept of it.
yeah, like the term homing is used for like magic missile and like other spells that track on things, or like you know, like homing pigeons, stuff like that. Like something that can, you know, lock onto one target is the term would be used. Yeah.
Sorry guys, I don't know dick about ass. But I will say to the boys, like, yeah, from a pretty good distance away, you know, more than standard, you know, even ranged attack distance. It homed on me pretty quickly, and I dodged it, but it was it had me pretty good. Like it would have got me. It was hot. It was scary. It was I don't know. Yeah. If Sylnia already has that, damn, that sucks. But I really hope they don't, because that laser was it's pretty nasty.
Well, they couldn't even get out of Calbe without leaving tracks, so I doubt that they have anything like that.
That's true. I guess it would be pretty difficult for them to round one of these up unless they found it already dead. But I don't know.
Remember, they can't even control the apparatus technology that they stole.
Well, we're just assuming with the ship. Yeah, I mean you're definitely right with the ship for sure, but we don't know what else they have that they're working on still. I'm gonna cast message to Riley and just be like, when this is all said and done, we have to kill Jarnhat, right? Like we have to. What a response?
We can hope that John Hatt perishes on the front lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jane, unaware that there's a message going on, sort of just goes, so have you had a capability or idea of their capabilities? That was probably their ionizing plasma thing. Are they just waiting down there?
Is that what I observed, Simon? Or were I know they're all eventually going to try to make their way up here, but did the Earth Treaders just they were just waiting, and then I just came in range?
Seemingly, yeah. They haven't begun climbing.
I will just say to her, I didn't spot any other apparatuses on their way up. I just saw the big ones. They seem to just be down there waiting, I guess, yeah. They were hostile immediately, but yes, they seem to just be waiting.
You want me to destroy the big ones?
Do you want me to kill them?
Have you, Chris? Have you been listening? We are to retrieve their cores somehow.
If possible. If that is a task that is a little out of the scope of this mission, then yes, preferably have them destroyed than roaming about. But best case scenario, bodies and core intact. I know this is asking a lot, so I'm not expecting anything.
What's their weakness? Like, what is hard for them to do?
Move, mostly. I know they're transports and siege weapons, but they're not quick, as you've seen. So you can outpace them. Outranging them is a little harder.
That little circle on the back. Is it is that part of the core?
No, that would be most of its weaponry, except the napalm. The core would be probably closer to the center of its body, or I guess closer to the face. Yeah, I don't have detailed schematics, but interior for an apparatus like this.
Hmm. I feel like maybe I could use my Giselle rifle. Maybe I can target that from up here.
That's true. What's your range?
I think 2,000 feet, right?
Jesus Christ.
Considering they're only 400 down.
Yeah, there's a close range and a far range. You're
I do have a
probably.
feat though.
Do you have sharpshooter?
Yeah, I do.
Not spell sniper. You have sharpshooter specifically.
Yeah, sure.
Did he stutter, Dragon Boy? He
When
said
the f-
yes,
when
he
the
has
fuck you
it.
get oh, you picked up as your prestige. Okay. Yeah. So where's the Giselle? Where's the Giselle? Yeah, it certainly says 2,000 feet there. Yeah, so you can absolutely do these things. Yeah, 2,000 feet is like crazy for a black powder weapon, but it is custom built for the kind of shooting. So
I'll use a teleport bullet because of try and hit these things. Just because maybe it'll throw it off.
okay. So you're just gonna start plinking at them for with teleport bullets, or are you just shooting once and seeing what happens?
Yeah, maybe I'll shoot with a regular bullet first, and like I'll step outside of the mansion and then lay down on the cliff, and then kind of aim down towards the things.
Sure. Make an attack roll.
I have to find it.
How many weapons do you have? There it
it's
is.
also like every spell he has as damage is also on his attack list too. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage. Okay. You kind of just aim at one at random. They're all look pretty identical. Some have a little more wear and tear than others, but you kind of just aim uh, close to the face, I guess, the front, as you hit a piece of that blue glass. From a downward angle, you just see it from in your scope. The bullet travel for like a half second before it strikes the blue glass, and you see just a shatter of just blue shards that kind of almost suspended midair for a little bit before falling. You see the Earth Treader recoil a little bit, almost as if in pain for some reason. Like it got struck by something heavy out of nowhere. It's just a bullet, but you seem to have struck a pretty sensitive spot. You kind of just sit there, wait, take cover for a little bit as you look over, and there doesn't seem to be any change in their action. There wasn't any retaliation. You're not sure why, whether it's because they're waiting or you're out of range, you're not sure. But there was no consequence to you shooting them, at least this time.
How many others are there?
You count 7. Make a perception check, though. Okay. You, especially with a scope, in the rifle, you see this all way easier. You count 7 Earth Traders right now, but there's one coming in that's pretty close and is about to join the pack, basically. And notably, you see what Zero didn't see before, just because they were being shot at and they didn't have a scope. On the ground next to the Earth Traders, they tamped it down good because they're heavy, but buried in the snow, you see just kind of piles of metal. And you're not sure what that is for a little bit, but then you focus in for a couple seconds, 20, 30 seconds or so, as one of the pile of metals begins to reform into the shape of a small apparatus that looks pretty similar to Jane. You see heavier apparatuses that look similar to Killbite, kind of just milling about around the legs of the Earth Traders. You see, especially the new ones coming in, some of them, that new Earth Trader, the 8th Earth Trader, is coming in, just kind of slowly lumbering, ambling forward to join the pack. Trailing behind it is this kind of like bumbling pile of probably like 9 to 13 just rolling balls making their way through the snow as a bunch of magnetically pulled limbs kind of bumble along after them. Eventually that Earth Trader joins the rest of this herd as those 9 cores begin to reassemble themselves into watch apparatuses. Same as Jane, same as George. As they begin to climb up the legs of the Earth Trader and find some like pockets at the base of where all the legs meet and just kind of nestle themselves into it.
I will report my findings to the group. Earth Treaders are there's about 7, or well, there's an 8th one coming in, but there is some Killbite ones closer to us, but the 8th one had some more of the Watcher ones that were kind of nestling into the legs of the Earth Treader.
So they're stored in the legs?
I guess they would be stored in where the legs meet. Kind of at the, I guess, the base of where everything is. The butt, I suppose. giggling all by yourself.
No, my brain is like fighting for its life, trying to find a way to fit in the like piss is stored in the balls joke here, and I can't. I don't have the intelligence for that. I can't do it.
Balls are stored in the butt.
Guns are stored in the butt.
Eat my plasma beam. I'm going to piss on the moon.
Neil Armstrong should have left like a bag of piss on the moon just to say he pissed on the moon.
What are we, a cat?
Yes.
No, we're human.
Are you telling me if you went to the moon, you wouldn't piss on the moon?
Most likely not.
I'd piss on the moon.
I don't think you would.
I would try.
Not without proper facilities, because taking off your spacesuit would kill you instantly.
I could piss in a bag and leave the bag on the moon.
That's what I'm saying. Proper facilities.
Anyway. Chris, you report your findings.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not really certain. Knowing where they're stored, it really helps us, though. Are we supposed to sever them from their legs or something?
Jane sort of goes, well, you can think of it as a consequence for them to get too close, because I'm assuming that's them transporting the apparatuses up if they get up here. So if they get up here mostly intact, they'll also drop off a bunch of those things that you'll have to deal with.
So, essentially what we are attempting to do then right now is make sure they don't get up here. To begin with.
I would say so. Slowing them down seems to be the best course of action. Because I don't doubt your capabilities, but I think 8 Earth Treaders plus their cohorts seems a little much. So this seems to be just kind of a game of keep away. Just long enough for the vessel to arrive. However long that may be.
Well, I can weaken the Earth Treaders.
So what's that?
I can weaken the Earth Treaders.
That seemed like a good idea, yeah.
I'll go back out hunting.
How many bullets do you have, Chris?
How many what?
How many bullets do you have, Chris?
I have 45 regular bullets and 31 teleport bullets.
That's way more than I thought you would have. Never mind. Go on. Go on. If it looks like it's taking too long, I'll come out there and throw an illusory dragon at them as well, I think.
Okay, so Chris, you start plinking away at the Earth Treaders.
Yeah, the ones that... Yeah, the blue circles on them.
Okay. Make 3 attack rolls with the Xodiac rifle. Okay. Only one of those do damage. Okay. As you begin firing away, the rest of you, through the door, magically apparated, you can hear just thunderous gunshot after thunderous gunshot. Anyone that would like to look out, you just see Chris kind of just clouded by gun smoke as he's just firing rapidly into the Earth Traders, just reloading very quickly. Their armor's pretty hard, you discovered, Chris. That if you don't hit a weak spot, at least for your gun, it's not going to do a whole lot of damage. It leaves dents for sure, but like none of that, shattering of the crystal kind of effect. As only the last third shot you do actually does any seems to do any damage whatsoever. Make a intimidation check, Chris. Okay. Through the scope of your rifle, after that last shot, you begin, reloading and begin seeking through to find another target, trying to find the same Earth Trader you damaged earlier, just to, try to plink away at one, just so they were really fucked up. You begin to see spots of blackish blue kind of at the bottom corner of your scope as you look down and just see what it is. You see at the base of the mountain, you guys haven't started climbing up, but some of the smaller apparatuses that didn't seem to find a room in the Earth Traders are beginning to climb up. Seemingly, if you have a leisure guess, they now are under threat, and they're now trying to alleviate that threat. As probably, they're just watch units, but there's probably about 20 or 30 of them slowly climbing up the 400-foot, fairly steep incline up the mountain towards now.
Okay, I'll go back into the mansion and say, they're coming up.
Let's see.
You see Operator, without any armor, just jolts up from the sitting position he was in the corner as the adults talked. Huzzah! To the rage of battle. Till our heartbeats thrum in our ears. And it begins to march out towards the door, weaponless.
Our heartbeat.
I get a minute of illusory dragon, so I think it's time to sick him. Riley will walk outside and just start blasting.
Sure. Cast Illusory Dragon. What's the range on that thing?
120 feet. But I assume I can move it wherever I want. Yeah, I can move it up to 60 feet. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're good then. Yeah, make just roll for damage for the Illusory Dragon.
As a bonus action on your turn, you can move up to 60 feet. At any point during its movement, you can cause it to exhale a blast of energy in a 60-foot cone. I have to choose a damage type. Well, I don't think cold is going to do much. I'm going to try lightning, because I have experience short-circuiting them. So we'll do lightning damage. And where is my roller for that? Illusory Dragon.
Okay. So you summon a blue dragon, a large, ancient blue dragon, a singular thick horn, kind of coming up from the tip of its nose, large, frilled jaw, kind of yellow plates around the stomach, and blue, brilliant azure scales across the rest of it. As you summon it, it begins to just kind of swoop down and shoot this kind of sweep of concentrated white blue lightning across. Well, let me ask the target. Are you going for the?
I'm going for the ones that are climbing.
Gotcha. Yeah. By the time you got out, they haven't climbed super far, probably like 60-ish feet. But but they do one sweep across the thing. They're doing damage. Yeah. About 30 or so are climbing up. In the one swipe, probably about half of them are gone. As you just see debris and ice and rock chunks just eject from the mountain and scattered amongst them black bits of apparatus falling to the ground, just kind of ricocheting off the Earth Treader's thick carapace.
I'm gonna turn to Jane. I think I may have overdone it. Is this fine?
Yeah. Let me ask, who's going out right now? I know Chris, Riley, Route Zero. Are you going out? Or are you just gonna sit inside the mansion for now?
I think once I know Ryle and Chris are gonna go back out, I'll follow them out there.
Okay. Now that everyone's ejecting, everyone at this point probably be out, so mansion's still there if anyone needs to go in. But I just ask Jane if you overdid it. Jane sort of goes, again, circumstances as they are, you have to do what you need to do. We're not short on numbers exactly. It's just it may be finite until we find a better solution. That's all. We're not going to be, struggling if all of these go down permanently. More importantly, the mission is the vessel, not the ones below.
Well, I don't feel good about it, but I suppose I'll prioritize our safety then. I'm just gonna direct the dragon to go after the biggins.
Okay. Roll for damage.
Really average rolls. Nice.
Okay. As you go to sweep for the Earth Treaders, you see a sight you haven't really seen a whole lot. Your lightning curves. You were aiming for the Earth Treaders to begin with, but the Earth Treaders, as you kind of the illusory blue dragon sweeps a lightning breath across the Earth Treaders, and the very first one it is about to hit, the lightning curves towards that blunted horn at the top of the form, as all the lightning gets sucked into it, as you see the blue in that Earth Shredder begins to glow brighter. The ground glass begins to almost go from that kind of dull blue to a almost white glow hot, as its movements quicken. That one Earth Shredder rapidly begins to ascend the mountain. Like, its feet aren't sharpened, but as it, quote, climbs, all it is just punching large holes into the mountain to get a good grip, and it just begins skittering up way faster than you think a machine of this size should be able to do. After about, a couple seconds, it does fade, but it already got up probably about 100 feet in what looks to be about like 4 or 5 seconds.
Is that one of the ones that I shot?
I'll say yes.
Can I conjure up a 3-foot rock and then drop it on him?
Sure. We're going straight medieval with this. Gotcha.
Going real Looney Tunes with this.
It's just really just make an intelligence check. Because you're not proficient with rock. That's pretty good. Okay. Do 100 feet. I'll say roll 46. Yeah. As you just summon a standard rock as it just plummets. Actually, this is the wrong type of music. I need to use this one. You just summon a boulder, basically 3-foot rock. This would crush a normal human being. But as this one Earth Rider begins to skitter up the mountain, you just kind of aim, calculate trajectory, account for the wind, stick your finger in your mouth and feel for the wind. Just kind of plinko, just pick a spot and you just watch the rock drop. It curves slightly to the left a couple feet as it strikes directly in the center of the Earth Trader's face, basically shattering more of that blue crystal as it begins to suspend in air for a little bit and then fall, kind of de-animating itself. Zero, are you doing anything?
I don't think so. I don't really have anything ranged long enough to reach the guys down there, and the one closest to us is the one Chris is going after. So I mean, I think I'm just watching.
Okay. Riley, what are you doing now?
Well, I have to dispel my dragon now. It's not going to be doing a whole lot. And you said it's 100 feet down? It getting hit didn't, like, make it go down at all, right?
No. It was a 3-foot rock. It did damage to it, but it wasn't going to send it downwards or anything.
Okay. I don't have access to lightning damage. Uh-oh. That's kind of my thing. I don't have fire damage. I don't really have piercing aside from getting up close. I don't really know what to do.
Lightning, you say? How long does fly last?
10 minutes, if I recall.
Yeah.
Has it been 10 minutes since he gave it to me? Probably about.
Probably,
by now,
yeah. You guys were strategizing and going back to the mansion a couple times.
I have a question. If I'm flying above a target, not a target. If I'm flying above an enemy, obviously, if I'm on the on the magic carpet, right? Obviously, I'm on the carpet somewhere. Does a carpet give me any kind of cover?
No, not really.
Okay.
It's like if I hold the sheet of A4 paper in front of me, do I get quarter cover from its bullets? Like, no, no, not really.
Be nice to me. Anyway. Shit. It's only been about we've only gone about one long rest since we came home from the, I was about to say the Underdark from Shadowfell, right? Or 2 long rests, like here on this plane?
Yeah, you long rested immediately coming from the Shadowfell, and you long rested when you got here.
Okay. Y'all can continue. I need to figure out how many charges from the Wand of Lightning Bolt I would have back by now.
That's a bad idea. Don't hit it with lightning.
Oh, you said not to. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it makes it faster. It's a lightning rod. They don't get affected. It just buffs them temporarily.
Ooh, okay. I thought you said
Bad idea.
we're out of it. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, that's why I don't have access to it, because they absorb it.
No, yeah, I thought when you said like you don't have access to it, I thought you were out of it and you needed it. My bad.
Nope. Oh, that's why you were talking about long rest? No, I have all my stuff. I can't do that anymore because bad idea.
I see.
I could make another dragon. But what? Acid, cold, fire, lightning, necrotic, or poison. I feel like it doesn't get affected by any of that.
Make an intelligence saving throw. Saving throw. Intelligence check, Riley.
I'm checking with my intelligence.
Good enough. You recall a wound you mended last night, actually. You look over to Operator. There's an empty shell where that head wound that he had was. You recall it looked acid marked.
Oh, interesting.
Also, really way back, the first time you even encountered, before you even encountered the robots to begin with, there is where Chris got that deck of cards. That was crazy. A apparatus that didn't look unlike Doc at the time was found to be destroyed via acid.
I take it back. I have an answer. I'm gonna use a 9th level spell to summon an acid dragon.
Sure. A black dragon. Almost skeletal, gaunt black dragon has two curled horns erupt from the side of its head and begin to jut forward like spears. A skull-like visage with jagged, sharpened teeth. Very gaunt, very skinny, as it is a almost serpent-like tooth, like serpent-like face. Skull-like, basically, as it begins to fly down and begin to I'm assuming hit the one climbing up, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Roll for damage. You'll need to roll stuff. Intelligence saving throw. These things are not very intelligent. Natural one for a -3. So that's pretty
Nice.
cool. Okay. Yeah. I need to make a. Yes, I need to make a strength save. Which it succeeds. You, as the black dragon sweeps down, and begins to just breathe this gout of just bubbling black liquid. It hits the Earth Treader as you see immediately begin to singe into its middle. You begin to see elements of like the circuitry inside and like the kind of whirring engines that can't keep running. Now exposed to the elements, some of it begins clunking against each other, having been like derotted somewhere and is now just like out of circuit. You see kind of the rear legs fail a little bit as it begins to lose power, but it's hanging by the front as it begins to continue climb up. At this point, it's probably climbed up probably about 200 feet from you guys now, halfway up.
I'm gonna send the dragon down to the base where the rest of them are. And I'm going to cast sending to the closest one at the base and say, you have no chance. You have no chance to survive this encounter. You would do best to cease hostility.
You're sending to the Earth Traders at the bottom?
Yeah, the closest one at the bottom.
Okay. You make an insight check, actually.
Insight.
Yeah, you send basically what is essentially a very realized threat against the Earth Traders. That is a legitimate threat. You send it's just an Earth Treader. It is technically not a creature in a way, but it also is. Sending, I think you've tried to send to like pre-awakened apparatus before and it didn't quite work. You get the sense something intercepted your sending, and it did work.
Interesting.
You're not sure why, but something did receive the message, and you just kind of hear very faintly, in kind of the din of chaos, something just kind of what almost sounds like breathing in your ear. It is what its message back to you is, basically. It's just this kind of shallow breathing for about 4 seconds before the message ends.
Ew.
Fascinating.
Ew.
Chris, what are you doing?
It's still climbing up, right?
It's about halfway up now. Yep.
That's like 200 feet?
Yep.
And I don't notice any change in behavior from the ones below, right?
We'll see.
Okay, go on then.
And I see Riley's trying to use acid.
Yeah.
I guess at 100 feet below, like, I'll put up Chris's chaotic containment.
Okay. Roll d10. Six. What is that? Model skyships. Fucking gross. Yeah, as you kind of 100 feet down, you begin to make this cloud of toy skyships, basically, as this ever expanding fleet, this armada, a flotilla, if you will, of skyships, fitted with balloons and like Arcanine engines kind of like rattling and rolling as the blue smoke begins to trail up from it. They all begin to open fire against the Earth Treader climbing up. The Earth Treaders aren't in like full repair. So they all already are some sort of damaged to begin with. Make a range spell attack. So make intelligence check and add your proficiency bonus, which should be 6 right now. So intelligence check plus 6. Damn. Okay.
The most it could be.
Roll 4d12.
Oh,
That is plus the crit. Jesus.
holy shit, that's a crazy roll.
It's pretty fucking good. You, as the model skyscraper begins to just open fire against the Earth Treader, you see, while they're not, they're pretty small, they are technically firing pistol-sized gun, bullets, basically, as you see just clouds of smoke, puffs of just black powder discharge as this model skyship fleet turns into just a white screen of smoke. All of you probably except Riley doesn't see this, as Riley, you with your keen eyes see through the smoke screen that begins to dissipate in the wind pretty quickly, but you just see the Earth Trader rear up backwards, fall, and hit the ground with a heavy thud, which you all hear. Zero, if you want, because you guys are basically up above, I know you're technically out of range of your daggers, you can try throwing them down if you want. I'll say they're at disadvantage because it is technically beyond the range of a normal dagger, but you can technically hit them if you want to try.
Please hold. What's the thing that Chris has? I also have that, I think.
Oh, that's a homebrew spell. Chris's chaotic.
No, the range thing.
A gun?
Shooter?
The feet.
Yeah, sharpshooter, right?
Sharpshooter, yeah.
I have sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Why?
okay,
What the fuck?
What do you
Yeah,
mean why? Because I have range shit. I used to do mostly for the daggers more than anything, but I used to use my bow and arrow.
Yeah,
What?
that's what I mean. It's
Oh.
like they're technically out of range of 60 feet, basically. So even beyond that, even with sharpshooter, you just wouldn't be able to hit them beyond with normal based D&D rules. I'm ruling that because you're above them and you're essentially just dropping rocks below, you can try to hit them with your daggers anyway. You're just rolling with disadvantage because they're beyond even your long range. Basically, that's all it is. You have fucking high bonuses, so there's still a good chance you hit anyway.
I can conjure you a dagger.
Or if you have
I
a
have
gun,
daggers.
if you have a gun, you can just start dropping shit. Up to you.
Or, how much money do we have?
What?
Why?
I gotta run to the Addies, be like, bomb.
Pretty much stick bombs on the wall.
Didn't you
Is
buy
that what we're
bombs out of this?
I have like 2 different bombs in my inventory. Are we just committing to killing them all?
No, that's what I was trying to fucking set up to make sure they, chill out. We can maybe convert them or something.
I mean, you'll hurt the outside, but not the inside.
Well, we don't know that yet.
I'm gonna hurt the whole thing right now. All that to say, I don't think I want to drop daggers, Simon.
Okay, I'm just giving the option. That's all.
I don't want the option. Take it back.
Okay, that's not a possibility. I don't know what you're talking about. That's a stupid idea, Misty.
Yeah, I'm sorry I said it.
You should be. Yeah. Riley, as
Yep.
your dragon goes in for another swoop across the Earth Raiders below.
Well, I already sent the message, did I not?
You sent the message, but I'm asking you, are you swooping down with acid breath across the Earth Raiders?
I'm gonna wait and see what they do,
Okay. Make
if anything.
an intimidation or persuasion check of your choice.
I am better at persuasion. But the dice have said that maybe I should not have.
Okay. You see the one Earth Raider that hit the ground is done for, dunsies. As it hits the ground, legs up like a roach, and is embedded into the snow, basically, unmoving, as it is just sizzling with acid smoke and gun holes. But you see 3 of the remaining Earth Raiders immediately almost act in unison, like the decision been made instantaneously, as 3 of them begin to climb up the wall as well.
And the other ones?
But they are currently waiting as well. That was the 8th. There's 3 climbing on, 4 still at the bottom.
I will send my acid dragon to intercept, essentially, the 3 climbing. I'm going to leave it, I guess, perched, waiting for them, and see if they move. I can't wait too long, though, because this spell does have a limit.
Okay. Illusory Dragon isn't like an actual creature, right? It's just like an illusion.
It is. It's illusion. It's an illusion. Yeah.
Okay.
Just an illusion that can shoot beam.
Okay, so if they try to attack it, just go through.
Yeah. And since they probably wouldn't be scared of it anyway because they're too stupid, yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter. They can't dispel it, unlike other things.
Right. Like
They can just not be scared of it.
Sure. They're immune to frightened anyway. But you see the ones climbing up and the ones on the ground floor all begin shooting at the illusionary dragon, which doesn't do anything. But you can see more of his capabilities as the ones on the ground begin to kind of angle up their face, as you see the blue glass begin to just almost ooze a little bit, like this black tar-like substance begins to encompass it, as some sort of invisible force launches this glowing black globule of the sticky tar-like substance, as about 2 feet into his travel, immediately ignites into this brilliant orange-red flame as it just passes harmlessly through the illusory dragon and hits the snow, still burning. Some of the other ones shoot that same plasma laser that did at 0, that kind of like a locking on sense of the snowflakes being kind of suspended in the air. Other ones are kind of from the outer rim of the ring, are shooting, like, one from the left top and right side of the ring, these 3 curving lightning missiles basically at the dragon. And again, none of this has any effect, but you're seeing more of the capabilities of the Earth Raiders.
I see. Is Jane already out here? Yeah, she is.
She's watching all this basically, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna turn to her and I'm gonna say, do you have any way to, like, communicate with them long distance? Because if not, I'm gonna have to acid them up.
I've been trying. I don't think they're going to be responding until it gets really close. Then I can do my business.
All right. I'm going to allow 1 to get up. I'm gonna aim at the other 2.
Roll for damage. Okay. It is absolutely not going to succeed the saving throw. It's going to roll to take full damage. Okay. Yeah. As same though, it just wipes, like you go for the middle and right side, just black acid sweep as just more of the smoke begins to rise up from their carapaces, immediately melting a lot of their armor. Chris, you doing anything?
Maybe I'll try to snipe another one.
Sure. One's climbing up or one's below?
I'll try sniping the ones climbing up.
Sure. Yeah, roll for an attack. Are you going to use the teleport bullet or are you just going to use a regular bullet?
I'll use the teleport bullet.
Okay. This hits. And you should roll a d8. Anywhere that's a southward direction, it falls off the cliff immediately. Which would be that's direct north. So it teleports into the mountain, takes damage, if I recall. I don't remember how much damage. Oh no, it just brings it above 5 feet, doesn't take any damage. So, not a lot happens, actually. You see it teleport, and it just immediately teleports back to where it was, functionally. Teleports directly north. Yeah, but you hit it. Roll for damage, though. Oh, no, yeah, no, you did. No, you did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as the bullet strikes directly straight into the center of the eye, as more like glass splits off. Your trenches are now about 300 feet up. Riley, you said you were letting one up specifically, right?
Yeah, I'm going after the other two that are climbing.
Gotcha. Want to do the same thing, or just ask breath until they go down?
Yep.
Sure. Roll for damage. That's way better. Jesus. Strength is... One of them fails. As one of them loses grip from the ice. It stopped, like when it was punching holes into the mountain basically to climb up. You melted enough of the surface that it just became slick with acid and it just begins to slip, slide, and then fall back down. It takes some falling damage, which is actually enough to put it under. As that one hits the ground as well, shattering into several pieces. The light goes flying in one direction, kind of crushing a couple of other apparatuses. The other one is hanging on, but it did take heavy damage. It is pretty much on the verge of going down as well.
Okay. Well, I assume since we're in turn-based combat right now, that's all I'm doing.
Yeah. Chris, there is one that's unharmed that Riley is avoiding for some reason, and the other one is pretty damaged.
Can the airships still fire?
Oh yeah, they can actually. Yeah, they're still around. They actually grow in size. So it's probably been about, let's say 2 rounds. So I think the damage base-wise is now 40-10 if they hit. So again, intelligence check plus your proficiency bonus, which is 6. Okay, so plus 6. That one misses actually, as the cloud of airships even bigger now, as they begin to ping into the armor, but none of them really find any purchase as they just begin to ricochet off its armor as it begins to charge upwards. 200 feet.
It's 200 feet away.
It is now 200 feet away, yes, as they all have climbed up.
Oh, they're all on route now.
Well, the two that are still climbing are still climbing. The other four are still at the bottom.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah, Riley, you're gonna do another acid breath on the remaining one.
Yep.
Sure. Roll for damage. Okay. This one, as it just breathes, since you're focusing directly on this one, it breathes directly into it. It doesn't fall down. Instead, it makes this crater into the ice as it pushes the rest of the earth crater into the ice itself, as it just kind of melts and melts with the rest of the mountain. Almost like a squashed bug. The legs are kind of just like errant and askew as it's just pressed into the mountain with the force of the acid.
Insane to think of these huge ass things as squashed bugs.
Yeah, you're doing 8th and 9th level spell. You're already damaged too.
Hmm.
Pre-damaged over, 1,000 years kicking around in here. Okay, Chris. One is still climbing up unharmed. Are you allowing it to get up?
It's 200 feet.
It's 200 feet right now, yes.
Okay, I'll try having the airships shoot at it again.
Sure. Same roll. Intelligence check plus proficiency. So 18. This does hit. Barely this hits, actually. So they would increase in size, so it's 5d10 now. Jesus, okay. That's a lot of damage. Yeah. It begins charging up. It's not deterred by bullets, but it is being damaged by them as this hailstorm of dozens and dozens of pistols basically begin rattling the weak spots and soft joints of the earth shredder. Wherever there's a soft bit of metal, it punches through and hits something internal. Especially as it gets closer, you can hear the thudding of metal limbs punching into the ice, and also the clanking and rattling of engine parts as it does. 100 feet.
Oh, Chris, what are you doing? Leave that one alone. We're trying to contact it. If you must shoot, shoot below.
You're contacting this one?
Trying to. Jane, did you feel anything yet?
It had to be really close.
Yeah, just let it up. I'm sure we can take it if things go south. Speaking of south, wait, if Zero is not doing anything.
No, I don't really want to attack them. I mean, that's just me. I don't.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't trust that I could hit them without just wiping one out completely.
Yeah, I'll send my dragon below. By the time it gets down there, I'll probably have the ability to cast one more breath.
Okay. Sure. Make it a. Is it a cone or it's a line for?
It's a cone.
It's a cone. Okay. I'll say it can hit 2 comfortably.
I don't want to hit them yet. I just want it there so that when it gets down there, it'll because it's what 400 feet down.
Yeah.
It was what 200 feet down to begin with. It'll need a few more turns to get down.
Gotcha.
Because it's 60 feet a turn.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, and it begins barreling down. Yeah, it begins to just kind of dive bomb below. Chris, are you letting the earth treader up?
I will let it up for now.
Okay. It crosses the 100-foot mark, and then as no other actions are being taken as you're allowing it up, the earth treader, all of you begin to see this gargantuanly sized, house-sized basically, robot reach the front of the plateau and pull itself up with the 2 front claws it has. You were kind of seeing it from a distance before, and even Zero, you were seeing it from like a somewhat comfortable distance. In front of you now, it is massive. Like, standing up, you could probably just barely reach the bottom of its base. It is a truly massive apparatus. The moment it breaches up, Jane begins to kind of reach up a hand, but before it does that, the earth shredder almost begins to crouch a little bit, shudder as 8 orbs, followed by several limbs, eject from the bottom of its base. begin to roll out and begin to reassemble himself into watcher type apparatuses as Jane holds out one hand. The gun arm on her body seems to have been replaced with an actual hand, like 5 fingers and a thumb. The most human looking part of the apparatus you've seen so far. Looks crafted, like custom. As she holds out one hand, the Artrita begins to almost, not quite bow down, but begins to just sort of slowly recede. It crouches almost to meet Jane's gaze as she looks up at it. The other 8 watchers, less friendly, as they begin to kind of spread out and take combat positions. Zero, are you doing anything now?
Now I will do something.
Sure.
I would like to first. I mean, we're not rolling initiative yet, right?
It's a loose initiative, so I'm kind of going through, kind of each of yous and then the robots.
I'm gonna cast blur on myself.
Sure. As you cast blur, there's now several zeros kind of phasing in and out. I'll say Nyx and Claudine kind of act on your turn as well, as it's morning, so not a whole lot of light. Claudine's kind of handicapped, as they begin to kind of just going towards 2 of the nearest apparatuses to probably engage in melee combat. Yeah. Are you going anywhere? Are you targeting any one specific one? Or are you doing something else entirely? You let me know.
What's Jane trying to do again exactly?
Pacify it, essentially.
Okay, so we just have to hold off the little guys.
Yeah.
Okay. How many were there total? You said 6?
8.
8. Okay. And Claudine and Nyx went to, I mean melee, but they went to 2 of them.
Yep, 2 separate ones. Yeah. And you doubt they're going to have issues with them. So there's 6 other targets remaining.
I guess I will pick one, and I will just head up to him.
Sure. Make an attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can try to non-lethal this if you want to.
I would like to try to be mindful of maybe where the core would be, so I'll not hit him in the head, and yeah, non-lethal, I guess.
Yeah. For watcher units, very easy to see where the core is. It's quite literally their head. So
Right.
easy enough to do. Yeah, these all hit. These certainly all hit.
That is 22 total. I mean, I guess during one attack I would get three attacks because it's my offhand attack with the double shoots here.
Yeah.
Do I roll for a third one? I always have a hard time being like, okay, I'm gonna go non-lethal, and then I start rolling out every type of damage I can do, and it's like, cool. So are you trying to be non-lethal or not? Because you're fucking, like, I knew I wasn't gonna get sneak attack, and I'm not trying to get sneak attack, and it's fine. But I guess I would make 3 attacks on an attack, so I'll make 1 more.
Yeah, that's the thing with like non-lethal in D&D is that the rules for non-lethal in D&D are very extensive. You just say that it's non-lethal.
That's crazy.
Basically, there's no other rules beyond that. I tend to rule it that melee it's a choice, so you can just do either or. Range, it's kind of more chance based, and spells, it varies depending on the spell. This is enough to put it down in a single turn. You're doing it non-lethally. How does this look in your head? To pacify this non-lethally.
Go for his joints, like shoulders. If he has like normal looking arms, if he has similar to human anatomy, like I think they do in my head, I'm gonna go for the joints in the way that kind of like, because you said it's the same type of apparatus as operator, right?
Yeah, I can show you again. It kind of looks like this.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna try to target the areas that they targeted when they were like, Like, I'm not literally trying to remove the arms, but I'm trying to fuck him up in areas that are, yeah, non-lethal. So, yeah, going for the joints and, I don't know. That's it, I guess.
Yeah, almost like deboning a turkey. You
Ew.
you kind of like perfectly carve in such a way that it almost separates the head from the rest of the body. Like, not quite decapitating it, but yeah, going for the joints so like it disassembles it to be more or less non-lethal. Like it's still technically attached to its body, quote unquote, but the rest of its body is just like you're leaving little nubbins. That technically its arms. It is very thoroughly pacified. Yeah, it can't even roll really. It's just kind of sitting there as the lens just kind of clicks in place, looking around at stuff. Okay, as you do this, kind of Nyx and Claudine kind of following your lead do something similar. They're in the process, but not quite finished their side yet. Jane's pacifying.
I have a question really quick.
Yes.
Because I have a part of my character sheet where I'm keeping track of my things that are attuned. Am I misremembering? Do the apotheosis vessels? I can't speak. The apotheosis vessels no longer require attunement, right, or something?
Yes. Since you gave it to the Forge God and he put them to their ultimate form, they're permanently attached to you, and they no longer require attunement from you guys.
Okay, I wanted to double check that because I was using all 3 attunement slots for items that were not the apotheosis vessel, and I couldn't remember. Okay. Quick question. I mean, I guess I'll just wait to do it later. I need to attune the crown at some point. The whip, the whip, the acne lash. That one does require attunement, right?
Yes, if I recall.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry, that was all my questions.
Okay. Chris, what are you doing?
So which ones are Riley and Jane trying to contact?
The big one.
Just one of the big ones?
Yeah, because only one of them is up here.
Okay, can I shoot the other ones?
Yeah. There's 5 smaller apparatuses that you can shoot. Are you trying to do this lethally or non-lethally? Lethal would be way easier with a gun. You literally have
like
a giant
shooting the
bullseye as part of their body.
smaller ones or the treaders?
The smaller ones. So to recap, there are 7 treaders total after the first one died. 3 of them got sent up, and the other 4 are still remaining at the bottom of the mountain. 2 of them went down due to acid blasts and gunshots. The one that made it to the top of the 3 that was climbing is the one that's on the plateau right now that is currently being pacified by Jane. Before it did that, 8 small apparatuses, the Watchers, popped out of it and are now aggressive. 1 got pacified by 0, and the other 2 would be engaged by Nyx and Claudine. So that leaves 5 open right now.
Would the airships be in range? Or, like,
They would not, because you put them 100 feet down the mountain. So they wouldn't be able to curve the bullets like wanted. They could shoot down at the other Earth Traders, maybe. I'm not sure what the range, but yeah.
How many did Claudine, Nixon, 0 kill?
Claudine and Nyx are currently in the process, but they'll probably be finished by the time. They're not an issue. 0 killed 1, so 3, probably 3. So that leaves 5 open.
Okay. I guess I could shoot at the ones at the bottom then.
Sure, the Earth Traders.
Yeah.
Sure. Which with a gun, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'll shoot it with the gun.
Okay.
But I think the airships can do like a bonus action too, right?
Yeah. I looked at the spell. It's technically out of range, but I'll allow it anyway because it's going downwards. So. Yeah, so make an attack with the Jazale and the Skyships.
Can I do teleport bullet?
Sure. Okay. That one, yeah, that would be a miss, unfortunately, on the Earth Predators, as it does hit, but it just pings and ricochets off into the snow. Roll an attack, intelligence check plus proficiency for the model airships. Gee, damn, these are some unlucky rolls. Oh no, that does work. +6. Yeah, model airships do hit. Their sides decrease again, so it's 60-10. Okay. Yeah, a barrage, another smoke screen of black powder beans to just descend from the model airships. I just like one of their traders gets absolutely pelted by bullets. It sounds like Chinese New Year firecrackers on the side of the mountain right now. Just how many bullets are going off. The sound is resounding too, especially with every gunshot you make. It kind of just cracks, echoes into the wide valley that is the Field of Broken Glass.
There'll probably be a lot of broken glass in this field.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of broken metal.
Riley, what are you doing?
How's the pacification going?
Ongoing.
And I assume my illusory dragon has reached the base by now.
I say so.
It lasts a minute. About how much longer is on it?
So you cast it.
It's already
probably...
like 4 or 5 attacks already, and that's 6, 4. And it's like half of it gone for sure. Plus the 3 turns it would have needed to get to the bottom.
Yeah, I would say it's probably about two more rounds ish.
All right. I'll hold off on attacking this turn, and I'll just keep my focus there. And if the Watchers come at me, they come at me.
Okay.
And if it's not pacified by next turn, and we have an idea of what to do via Jane, then I'll just start blasting.
Okay. Cool. That does bring us to the robot's turn. Chris and Riley. Riley, with your good ass eyes and your scope, Chris, you see the 4 remaining Earth Traders. There's a couple still joining, but they just turn and begin to walk away from the mountain. The other 4 do the same, as they begin to kind of break off from the base of the mountain and begin to retreat, seemingly. That does leave the 5 open. I see the ones. Oh, that does hit Claudine. Uncanny dodge. Okay, I'll say 2 go towards you, Zero. 2 towards you, Chris, because you're immediately firing, and 1 towards you, Riley, because you weren't doing anything on your turn when they showed up. So 2 against 0. These are at disadvantage, correct? Because of blur.
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
How many? Wait, no, blur's just disadvantage. Mirror image means I have multiple targets. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that is a 12 and a 9. Bad rolls. No, okay. You don't do shit. You don't even dodge. You just stand there as 2 lasers just go streaking past either side of your head. Perfect headshots on their side, but they're not the real you. 2 against you, Chris. 24 and a natural 1. I'm assuming 24 hits you, Chris.
Yeah, I think that hits me.
Okay. You take 9 radiant damage as you just feel a searing pain across the back as you just feel your flesh get just seared by a laser shot, basically. And the 1 against you, Riley. 8.
Well, if there was a 1 in front of that 8, it might have hit me.
Weirdly enough, the advantage roll, which doesn't count, was an 18.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. You don't do shit either, Riley. You're just looking at them and you just see this crack of laser just go straight past your head as you look over and you see one of the watchers are just shooting at you, basically.
Expected.
Expected. 0. It is now your go. By this time, Claudine and Nyx have finished off their robots. Pacified. Just similar to what you did, just kind of nubbins on the ground.
Is it another small guy that's doing the attacking right now that just tried to hit us?
Oh yeah, two tried to shoot you. One
Okay,
did
I'll
hit
go-
Claudine, actually.
One of them hit Claudine?
Yeah, but Claudine put that one down, so.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna white knight it. Never mind. Okay, I'll just go after one of the ones that. I'll go after the one that attacked me just now.
Sure. Make an attack roll. Or 3, even.
I sure will.
Damn, all 3 hit.
Bow. Bow. Bow.
Okay.
Ignore the extra, yeah.
Yep, that is just enough to put them down again. Same thing, just nubbing them.
Yeah.
Okay. Carving turkey. You put another couple down. Okay. Chris, you see the retreating Earth Traders, and you see the 4 remaining Watchers up on your side.
Is the one that hit me still up?
Oh yeah.
Is it possible to run up to it and push it off the cliff?
His Looney Tune ass tactic.
I'll say they're not tactically sound, especially not without a governing body. This one tried to quote take cover by the cliffside. Make an athletics check. Try to push. It needs to make a contested athletics check. Okay, so it needs to roll.
Oh.
It needs to roll a to fail this. It needs to roll a 2 or lower. 6. As
Does Chris get thrown off the map?
Chris, make a dexterity saving throw. You're good. Yeah, as you try to go push this thing off the cliff, you do a running start as you like full schoolyard push, both hands and everything, full body weight. As you get one hand and then the rest of you slips. And to even make it back, you have to grab onto the Watcher itself, which is like anchored in place, basically. As you kind of swing your body weight, like your whole body, Looney Tunes across the entire gap, as you swing like a circle back onto the cliffside, prone. As it's still up, but you didn't sail off the fucking cliffside Wile E. Coyote style.
This one's mine.
You freak.
Got beef with a robot that has identified him as an annoyance.
This one's my nemesis for life. Riley, what are you doing?
The ones are turning around, right?
The Earth Tread is below, yes, but the Watchers around here are still trying to kill you.
Right. I turn to Jane. Something seems to be working. What are you doing?
There's no response. As you see both lights flickering in both their eyes. The light purple that is now the color of the apparatuses, and the blue that is just, or the color of the receivers, the light purple, and the blue, which is just standard apparatus color. As they're both flickering, as you're not sure if Jane heard you at all.
I see. Okay, so she's busy having herself a conversation. I'm gonna turn. I'll dispel my dragon first.
Mom's on the phone.
And then I guess I'll just turn to I don't know, assist the group. I'll just shoot a wind blast at not the core.
Sure. Make an attack roll.
I guess at whatever one has taken damage already, unless there are none, in which case random.
Yeah, they're pretty much all equal, basically. This hits. 10, yeah. Not enough to put it down, but enough to make a dent. You kind of bisect it in half, actually. As you go, not for the core, but for the torso. You hit it, and almost like a Lego piece, it just erupts into their own individual components, but before they begin to reform. Heavily dented and damaged, but still up.
That's my turn.
Okay, 0. Nyx and Claudine are going for the other 2, so there's still a third one that is damaged by Riley, and then one that Chris has marked as his quarry. That's his victim. basically.
I don't want to take Riley or Chris's kills from them. Both of the girls each got one.
They're going for one, yeah.
I'm gonna go like they're together, or they each have one that they're going after.
They're each going for one. So
Okay, I'm gonna go
yeah.
for the one that Nyx is going for.
Okay. Yeah, as you begin to tag team with Nyx, make an attack roll. Nyx will make one as well.
Can I make my 3 again, or just one?
Make as many as you like. This hits. Nyx will... Again, that is enough to put it down.
I think those have been my rolls consistently. What the fuck?
I mean, it's a D4. It's not a whole lot of variation. But,
I suppose.
yeah. You just have to beat a 30, basically. That's how many hit points they have. Which, that is... Yeah, that is 30. That's like 31. Yeah. you get over there. Nyx is going for it. She's going low. As she kind of does one swipe across the ankles, that kind of brings it down to its almost cut off the ankles, and it just lands on its knees basically as you do the remaining 3 Thanksgiving turkey carvings as the head just kind of plops. Yeah, Watchers go, if I recall. Claudine also took the other one, no issue. The one that is 9 to hit you, Riley. It just aims up and tries to shoot you.
You're gonna need
unsuccessfully.
to try at least 2 times harder.
Yeah, Riley, you haven't dodged at all. You haven't made any attempts to dodge these lasers, and they're just missing. You're not sure whether that's just because they suck or they're damaged. Either way, none of them have hit you, and you haven't even tried. You're literally having conversations, and like they're trying to murder you. Chris, the one that's near you, it's wire hand. The wire has one arm that's a gun and one that has just like wires for manipulation. All the wires retract as a electrified knife slicks out from the hole, basically, as very much like almost like an Arnold Schwarzenegger commando kind of like scene. It tries to enter melee with you. That's a 23 to hit you, Chris.
I think it hits.
Unless you can cast shields, if that brings you up. If that brings you up to 24.
No, yeah, it still hits me.
Okay. That's 7 plus 5, so that's 12 damage to you total. 5 of that is lightning. And then you make a Constitution saving throw. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it sucks, actually. It stabs you directly into the gut. As, like a taser, you immediately feel this jolt of lightning through your nervous system and your muscles as you begin to spasm uncontrollably. You are electrocuted, basically, which is not a status effect, but I made it up a long time ago. All that means is your speed is halved, and you make attack rolls with disadvantage until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Can I have a free action?
Sure.
Can I yell at Chris from across the map, just like, Chris, you gonna solo him?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That brings it to the end. The Riley, how do you finish off the remaining Watcher, if at all?
I'm just gonna walk up to it and pull its head off.
Yeah, it's weakened. It sucks. You see, it's like shuddering, basically, like it's like malfunctioning somewhat, and you just literally just pop its head off. Easy peasy. You just kind of disassemble it, basically, and it's just you have 7 complete intact cores and 1 that is in progress, maybe, or this might be like a fucking like blood feud forever. Chris, it is your go though, as you are all attack rolls at disadvantage until the end of this turn, but you can try stuff at it regardless.
I want to try Pulse Wave.
Yeah, this will work. I'm sure this
Yeah,
will be
he
fine.
wants blood. He doesn't care anymore.
He's gonna go out of his way to destroy the core, so this guy can never like re-enter society.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my book up to his face and cast Pulse Wave.
God.
Yeah, you don't see this, but like because your spellbook is functionally basically sentient, the ink on the other side is just draws like this giant middle finger. As you cast Pulse Wave, it needs to make a what, con save or strength save?
I think Constitution, yeah.
Constitution. Okay, okay. What is your spell save, do you say? Because this actually might. I think it's higher.
20.
Oh yeah, no, it still fails. It rolled an 18. This is
I-
one fucking badass watcher, dude.
I'm gonna do it at 6th level.
6th level. This thing hasn't even seen 3rd levels. Sure. Roll for damage. This is that is just enough to kill it, basically. Yeah. I'll ask this, Chris.
But-
Yes.
When I do the Pulse Wave, and it's falling down the cliff, I'd like to do the bonus action with the
The model
airship
ships.
to shred it up.
Okay. Make it an intelligence check plus proficiency. I probably have grown. I'll say max damage. So this would be, I believe. Oh, that fucking hits. Jesus Christ. This would be. Defeat. I believe it's 12d12 at this point. I could be
That's
wrong. No, 10
so
10
much
d
damage.
10d12.
Holy
10
shit,
10
that's
10
still-
10d12.
holy fuck.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. But this is the max size this thing can go. Yeah.
These are the same
Yeah.
things we hit, right? That had 30
Yeah.
HP.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pulse wave this thing. The giant middle finger basically is the last thing this thing sees on an ink as a huge wave of sideways gravity hits this thing. It scatters its limbs into basically their base components. The core basically is half deactivated. I was about to ask if you wanted this to be non-lethal, but I'm assuming that you have your answer already. So as it's half, like part of its core basically is already shredded off in the pulse wave, and as it falls, this veritable nation of model armies, model skyships. Like, I think it's like a 60-foot fucking cube at this point. Huge fucking cube. In inordinate amount of model skyships, all armed with handguns functionally. As they all fire into this one core, it goes from it's reduced to its base components to reduced to atoms, as hundreds and hundreds of bullets shred this thing into just shrapnel and spalling. And as it does, you see just glittering of blue metal just mixing with the white of the snow, never to be really remade ever again. The memory of this one apparatus is forever erased from everyone's mind.
Wait. What do you mean? Like
Not
mechanically? Or... Okay,
No,
okay.
And just that thing got so dismantled that like fucking there's no hope of it ever being recovered ever
Remade,
again by anyone.
Okay, I see.
Because it took, I think I want to say more than 100 points of damage in a single turn. Yeah.
Mind you, Chris decided this because he embarrassed himself with his Looney Tune ass failed attack. And suddenly it became this guy's fault. This guy could have been like a fucking general for the receivers and like been a leader. He like fought hard. He just wiped him like that. Wow.
Yeah,
I'll
he
find a
was-
way to wipe memory of this guy from people's minds.
You're fucked up.
He was rolling really good. Like he was rolling like fucking 17s and above like the entire time.
Like he was earning his keep, bro. Like he was him. He really was him, and Chris knew that, and he was like, "Not on my watch.
Pretty much.
Not on my watch."
Only one alpha male in this party. For now, the danger has abated as it takes a little longer than you expect for Jane to finish up her stuff. As for the next minute, 2 minutes or so, that flickering is still happening. The Rush has taken different stances. It used to be just trying to crouch down, meeting eye level, but then it's almost sat. Like it's curled up his legs and entered this sort of like almost fetal position kind of thing, as Jane kind of does a similar thing. She kind of sits down, crisscrossed applesauce, very yogi, like kind of a like spiritual stance, I suppose. As the
Neat.
next 2 minutes, you see the blue light of the Earth Treader slowly begin to turn this light purple.
Interesting.
I have a question.
Yes.
How many of the apparati, how many of them potentially saw Chris do that just now?
A good amount of them, probably.
Tight.
You know, but they're not. They're still robots at this point, but who knows how it all works? You're not sure if they remember anything beforehand or not.
Yeah.
Are they intimidated?
You can make an intimidation check if you want to. If you roll high, this might scar them for life, even post awakening. You're not sure. Unsure. It certainly intimidated me, the DM.
No, Chris really woke up this morning and said, what are they called? Clanker? Clanker with a hard R. With a hard R.
Yeah.
He said that. Oh my god.
Clanker.
Just Jane turns towards you, Chris. I don't think we're allowed to say that in our society. Clanker. But the Earth Treader's light slowly begins to turn a light purple, as before it was kind of like this mechanical, well, it is mechanical, but like this mechanized machine, and it is, you can still hear the engine chugging, but weirdly, you can hear this chugging, this kind of like piston sound going. It almost begins to slow as the light turns the light purple, signifying some sort of transition. Maybe that piston like chugging, this kind of like steam like engine, kind of like like loose air basically inside, almost slows and it can turn to this almost breathing sound, like the internals have taken on more life than they had. As the light turns purple, Jane kind of retracts her hand as the Earth Treader kind of just walks towards the ship and just kind of does 2 circles around the entrance of the ship, makes this little patch of snow and just kind of curls up into it. Not like a cat making his own little bed, I guess.
I'll turn to Jane. So he's purple now.
Yes. It seems to be a bit of success, so I don't know if it has a personality yet. I don't know if it wants one, but it's not hostile anymore.
Oh, that's excellent news. Even if it was just one, it's still good to have saved somebody.
I agree, and that was my first time doing something like that, so I'm glad it worked out.
Well, turns to orbs on the ground. You've got some more practice waiting for you right here.
Oh, I guess I do. Okay. As she begins to kind of scoop up, she has the same properties as things, as she can just magnetically attach all these things, like those little magnet balls to each other, and just kind of drag them into the mansion.
You're grounded.
Basically, yeah, she's just dragging them all by. It's like dragging a like a bad dog by a leash, except they are the leash, basically.
Right.
At this point, this was probably a good couple minutes of combat as you look up at the plateau, across the plateau, and you see the sun begin to rise up. Not a totally cloudless day, but enough to see the orange and deep purple of the sky begin to overtake as the deep shadows that you didn't really notice this a whole lot before, but those of you with good sight, even Zero, you can see this because it's easy enough to see. Across the entire field of broken glass, you see there is a couple of shadows that weren't there before that are illuminated by the new sun rising up. Some of them could just be just rocks, but a lot of them are moving as they're casting long, long shadows across a mirrored field of white, of ice and snow, as they are marching. They're marching. I'll say
Towards us or away from us?
all of you make intelligence checks or wisdom checks. Just general wisdomness. Or intelligence, up to you.
What was the first one?
Intelligence or wisdom, it's up to you.
Oh.
Okay.
Imagine not rolling an 18.
There's so many 18s.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Riley and Chris, you notice that a couple of shadows are... The ones closest to the mountain are definitely moving away from you. A couple of shadows farther off are moving closer to you.
And what do they look like?
They look like more earth treaders. Or at least judging from their size, at least. What strikes you is that they are almost concentric, their movements. Meaning there is a singular focal point that they're moving towards.
Where is that?
Somewhere in the middle of the field of broken glass. There's no really discerning landmarks around it. It's just they're all moving towards this. Just like if you were to trace their path, like where they're moving, they would all coincide against one spot.
Interesting. Okay.
Go.
I'll turn to Jane while she's doing things, and say, so, are the ones that are walking away actually retreating, or are they meeting up with, more? Because they do kind of seem to be, converging, as it were.
I don't know. I can't... What I did with one over there wasn't just apparatus communication. That's easy to do. That would be the sending spell that you're familiar with. What I do is a more personal, deeper introspection of one's programming. I guess this would be akin to your... Actually, I don't know if I know a spell like that. I don't know if you've shown me something like that yet, but it's a deeper dive. I've tried to contact these Earth Treaders. They're within range, and they're not responding. So I can't really tell what their motives are, but if they're retreating, that's a good sign, but if they're gathering, that might be just bolstering defenses. What's strange to me is that, I mean, I somewhat expected not quite this level of resistance, but some encounters with stray apparatus like this, they shouldn't have this amount of strategy. Not without a central focal point, at least, some sort of command center. That could exist somewhere, but I kind of expected just kind of, I don't know, just more like animalistic instincts, just based running on their basic programming, but from what I've seen, this was a siege. I said the word siege, but I didn't quite literally mean it. But there's tactics here, I think.
So, do you think that them meeting up like this then is a way to, perhaps not even just bolster numbers, but conduct some sort of operation?
If there was some sort of central commanding figure somewhere, then possibly. because they shouldn't be doing that. They should just be coming here, calling, the call of the signal, and that's that. Very simple. But they're ignoring it to go to wherever spot you saw.
I'll allow her zoom. I don't know if that works on a robot.
I mean, she has her own, but
Oh,
she has
yeah,
one
okay.
built into her skull.
Right, okay. I'll just point in the general direction then.
Yeah, as you kind of point in general direction, eventually, some guidance over the next couple seconds, she does spot it. Judging from the trajectory, yeah, they are going to the same spot. Again, I'm not sure what they're doing. Like, it could be a strategy, it could be bolstering numbers, it could be something else entirely. If there was a central figure, it could be a defensive measure. I'm not sure. All I can really say for sure is that this would be outside of typical behavior I expected.
Oh, I guess that leaves me to say, interesting. We'll have to keep an eye out.
Either way, it's not really... You can investigate if you'd like, but honestly, I don't know when they're going to be attacking again. If they are, that's going to be a threat until the vessel comes by. And all we need to do is just get that vessel. Get this hurt child still flying around.
No, that's entirely dependent on whether it finds us. And looks in the sky. Do we see anything?
Make a perception check. Looking around, clear blue skies, orange coming up from the mountains. No ship. You're pretty certain.
Well, it's not in view.
It's just a waiting game then. Well, I have children to discipline, so...
And I would like to watch that process happen.
Okay, I'm not sure how interesting it's going to be. It's just going to be mostly me sitting in silence until they turn purple, but I can explain it to you, yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Come along, children, as she just drags these 7 orbs by each other, just into the mansion. Yeah, Chris, you saw the paths, and Zero, you're too busy having 2 girlfriends to really notice, so...
That's crazy.
Yeah, I guess Zia was staying inside the whole time, huh?
She was eating... she was on the side, eating just broccoli and eggs, just,
She deserves a break.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, she saw the giant flag robot and is like, I can't help here. She'll probably be around next time. But, she's confident in her abilities.
Yeah, and as she should be. I didn't even have to dodge.
No. Even if you did, so you probably would have just taken it to the cranium anyway for you. I literally have a reaction for Zia that I've never used before, where she can purposely take damage for people, and I've never had to use it.
Yet.
Yeah. She's just never in range. That's it. Yeah. For now, the sun rises. We'll be playing for 2.5 hours. We can take a break here.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Be right back. Okay. So, the siege, or maybe the first half, or maybe the only one, having seemingly been abated for now. The sun rises. What is everyone doing until, for the time being, while you're waiting for the ship to come by?
I want my spell slots back.
For our long rest.
Snore me, except I'm an elf, so I don't do that.
Yeah, you do meditation noises, basically.
Yep.
Meditation noises.
Essentially, Riley, I'm gonna go prepared for round 2 if there is one.
Okay. As you begin to bunker down for the next 4 hours meditation. Chris, are you doing anything special?
I might rest for a little bit as well.
Okay. That leaves the only non-elf here. What you doing?
I will head back to whatever room we were staying in with my friend, my girlfriend, and my friend. And I don't know. I'm trying to think genuinely. I'll take them back to the room. I'm going through my inventory and I realize I just have a lot of stuff I never did anything with. I have these 2 necklaces, and it's from jewels. I mean, the jewelry that I bought from Narset, and I wrote down that I bought 2 necklaces. It's before the fract fight. Okay, here. Yeah, it says 2 gem necklaces. And I will use this opportunity in the room with them. I'm, sitting down to talk to them properly about, to discuss things, because, yesterday was just kind of very, not really, didn't really say anything, just, and it's begun the bath, whatever, shower, whatever. I will use this opportunity to discuss with both of them, and I don't want to RP it because it's awkward, but I do want to just say that I would like to take this time to discuss with them the possibility first of all, me and Claudine are already together. Me and Nyx have never been romantic together ever, and that's okay. But I will bring up to them the idea of me seeing both of them at the same time, if that's something they'd be comfortable with, if they have any interest in each other, whatever. And I will start it with the gifts, just to soften the blow of me even having to awkwardly have this conversation. I will start by giving them the gem necklaces. I'll give one to Claudine first, and then one to Nyx after.
Okay.
Are you on my inventory?
Oh. Should I be?
Are you lying? No. I just didn't want you to make a comment because I did label them previously that one of the necklaces was for my mom and the other one was for Claudine, and I haven't seen my mom in a minute, so I was like, hey, I'm already here. There's 2 necklaces. There's 2 baddies. My mom would understand.
Will she?
She doesn't know about it, so she doesn't know what will hurt.
I forgot about your bio and your weight just says semi-throwable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hair midi.
It's not true. Not false.
Make a... Do I have a roll for this? Oh, no. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I think persuasion check with advantage. Okay, I will also because I don't want to RP it, but I will also give them the option of, like, if you need to think on it, understandable, and persuasion. I have nothing to help me with this. There's nothing that can be done.
You want to use a legendary artifact that alters fate itself?
I don't know. Would the boys
A
would
destiny
you mind if I
bender
used...
on this.
Would you mind if I bend my destiny for the baddies in front of me, man? Come on.
I would, in fact, mind.
That's crazy.
What do you need agreed for? You already got one.
That's Riley said leave some for the rest of us. That's crazy.
He who has some himself. No, this is Bowen speaking. Riley doesn't care.
Only if it makes me a profit.
If it makes you a prophet,
Yeah.
like that tells prophecies, or a capital profit.
Both of them might be good.
Is there a difference?
I don't like when he answers me just with a laugh. That's crazy.
I hadn't thought of it that way before.
20. Okay. The DC for this was 18.
Oh my god! Like, I'm getting by with the skin of my teeth, guys. This is so scary.
You had advantage because you had a night to sample the fruits first in the shower. So like that seed was already implanted into their brains.
Choose your words better.
No, I would choose my words unwisely. Yeah, you have, for the time being, entered a throuple, a full official throuple.
Can I do an insight check to see if they have any, if they're just doing this like they're both willing to date me at the same time, or if they have any interest in each other as well?
Make an insight check.
I'm so good at these. I clicked it, it didn't. Oh, well.
No, well, that's certainly a number.
Hey, guess what? Hard to read.
I hate you.
Hard to read. Not sure. Hard to read.
Do we start noticing these changes around the house?
Around the house?
He did instruct his merrics to be on the lookout for drama.
That's crazy.
That's true. This is true. One of the mercs kicks in your door, Chris, while you're meditating with his special featsies, and goes, "My liege, your companion has
Report.
entered a throuple."
Interesting.
Now, how can I exploit this for money?
That's crazy.
I will keep you informed.
You are free to go.
Grapes.
Yes, please.
Okay. You meditate while chewing on grapes, not eating them, chewing them. Okay. Do you do anything else with your time, Zero?
I don't think anything. Nothing I have on me needs to be prepared. I will use Eye of Truth. Well, I guess okay. I'll wait towards the end of the 4 hours for Riley and Chris, and I will then use Eye of Truth to not Eye of Truth. Excuse me, Scrying Eye, to try to scry on the ship again.
Okay. He needs to make a Wisdom save, correct? DC 18 or DC what?
Is it my DC?
Yeah, it's just your DC now. Spell save.
Yeah, it's 18.
Okay, roll the natural 2 plus things, but well, actually not plus things. That's actually, well, kind of. I don't know. Weird. Yeah. You on the ship, and it is, the connection is still kind of fuzzy because it's still not sure. The spell itself is still not sure whether this thing you're spotting is a creature or an object. It's still undecided, but it's good enough to get a kind of decent view. You see it rocketing towards a direction snowy. It is, and then it was above the ocean, just past the coast, and then it just zipped by. By the time you get there, 30 seconds pass, it's already past the coast. You're not sure how far it's been flying or where it is technically. You know it's somewhere snowy. You know it's somewhere cold. It is making a straight beeline towards somewhere, and it is hauling ass.
I will continue watching through the whole thing. I guess until the time of the spell runs out.
Okay. But I think it's 10 minutes, right?
I believe so.
For 10 minutes, you watch it just rocket incredibly fast. Had you tried to catch this thing with Polaris, it would have outspeeded Polaris by a hefty margin. It's pretty quick for a dragon. This thing is more or less rocket powered. It's not, and it. The worst part, it's quiet, incredibly quiet. This like,
The worst part.
yeah, this like arrowheaded shaped, like very angular, just smooth piece of black metal. Um, a single, almost viewing port at the front, uh, and just like glowing glyphs in between like the metal plates that makes up its whole shape. It's going, and for like the next 10 minutes until the spell fades, it's just making a straight line towards somewhere.
I can't make out any not details, but like any features about the continent it's over at all.
It's mountainous and it's snowy. It's going fast
Oh,
enough.
you did say that. Sorry, you said like I think 3 times. Sorry.
Yeah, it is mountainous and it's snowy. The landscape
Okay,
is icy and
what's
snowy.
something?
Snowy.
Thanks.
Weather update.
Weather
It's
update.
raining.
It's raining.
Fuck off.
Weather
Okay.
update. The floor is no longer lava.
Weather update. That's land.
The sun is a deadly laser.
Is Jane? Jane came in here with the heads, right?
Yeah. She set up the dining area and like plopped each of them into a chair as she sits the edge, like at the head of it, and has begun just sitting there silently as all 7 of them are just like sitting there, the lights flashing.
Okay, so she's busy. Is operator outside?
Yes.
Or is he in here? Okay.
He was of no help in the fight because he has no arms.
Right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pop my head out there. I guess if this is like I said, I wanted to do the scrying eye towards the tail end of the elves' rest. So I will. I'm not gonna wait for them to wake up. I'm just gonna open the door and head out and just see what operator is doing.
Yep, he's just basically. He's watching the convergence of the Earth Traders. He's occasionally keeping an eye out on or at the sky. Pretty cloudless day. But he just kind of keeping an eye out for dangers and such. As you kind of approach and to see what he's doing, he goes, "My liege, dost thou requirest my services?"
Yeah. If you're in theory, do you hear screaming at all?
Nay.
Like from another receiver, perhaps, if that makes, because okay, as far as we know, he's never had an encounter with this ship before.
Technically,
It's
no.
only been the older. It's like the other scout type receivers.
Charge heard it, George heard it, and I believe Jane heard it, that you're aware of. I believe Doc and Killbite have as well. You're just not
Oh,
sure.
that's
at-
interesting.
Yeah, you're not sure
Who's
whether
at
if Operator was awake by the time this all happened.
Okay, I'm gonna use the right. I think that's true. I'm gonna use the sending or rolling rock, and I'm going to ask, because George has one, right? Or was it just Jane that has one?
I believe it's George, because he was
Okay.
the kind of the Nexus focal point.
Home base.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna hop on there and just ask, George, do any of your scouts have ears on the receiver ship? Eyes or ears, I guess. Whatever.
Sensor arrays. 1. Far north. Rapidly heading south.
Heading south.
Interesting.
Far north. Heading south.
Wait,
So
that checks
he-
out with what
Oh,
you
wait.
just said actually, because Doc and Killbite heard it, and they're over here. So it was like out in the ocean over here.
Okay, so it might be working right now. what
Yeah.
Jane's doing.
It's probably working.
Okay.
The signal, that is.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be there, or it could be over here maybe too.
What kind of roll do I have to do to make an educated guess based on how fast I think the ship was going? Could I try to estimate, or just obviously I won't have like a black and white yes or no answer, but just so I can give Riley and Chris an estimate of time, can I try to roll to see how fast I think he was going?
Make an obviously intelligence saving throw. Yeah, you take psychic damage. Make an intelligence check. Raw intelligence. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It was going much faster than Polaris. Polaris goes pretty quick, even with the house on its back. This thing is probably going like 60% faster, so it's going several miles an hour, like standard real life, possibly plane speed. Actually, no, that's probably less than that, but pretty fast.
Planes are really fast, dude.
Pretty fast.
You can get to LA in 3 hours from here. It's fucking fast.
Yeah. Like car speed. It's probably going, give or take, 30 miles per hour. Pretty quick for the medieval world, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. For medieval, that's insane.
Yeah.
It's that math, boys. So we still have hours, probably.
Yeah. So, unless it makes any stops or anything, it probably is going to get to your location about 4 to 5 hours. Probably like about when dusk begins to hit.
Now we need to figure out if we have to defend against another siege in between now and then.
We probably should. I'm even considering, like, I'd be willing to go. I don't want to say go down there because then the numbers would shift heavily. But to speed it up, I'd be willing to go down there and see what we can do. I just don't want to bring Jane down there because Jane would be, yeah. But whatever we do, we also need to figure out, because what was the game plan previously? Again, I know I had said let's lure him with the receivers, but we're doing, what was it? We'll have to wait until he reaches a point. I don't know. I'll plan that, I guess, when, not I, but we'll plan that when we get there, I guess. I just know we wanted him to come down low enough that Chris could then stop time and all that stuff. Chris, I guess Chris isn't here yet. I haven't woken anyone up. Or I guess waited for them to, yeah, I'll just come back inside and I'll wait for the boys to wake up, and when they do, I'll relay that information.
Okay. Yeah. It's about midday-ish when the boys wake up. As Zero kind of hurriedly tells you the news that they scribed on the ship, and it is rapidly heading south from the far north, according to one of the scouts by George, which checks out, give or take about 4 or 5 hours before it reaches your location.
Oh, he's got a bit of time.
A little bit.
Riley will turn to Jane and see how that's going.
You open the dining room, all as you see a chain of 7 balls slither out like a snake. Purple lights. Jane kind of walks out behind them and says, "They have decided they are both siblings and also the same being."
Well, that's certainly an interesting fate. Wonder what happens if they decide to get bodies at some point.
I think they made one.
Looks at the slithering orb.
Yeah, the slithering orb just kind of slithers up the stairs and kind of wraps itself around like one of the railings.
I see. Well,
It-
mission success.
It seems happy. So, so I was out of it for the next while. What's going on?
Oh, there's a really high chance that the ship has heard the signal and is heading here. As it is heading in a direction, presumably south, as recorded by one of the scouts, at a very fast pace.
Okay, that's good news. Jane kind of peeks, uh, your head out to the door a little bit. Just kind of makes quote eye contact with the operator, who both stare at each other for a second before they turn back to each other. Jane says, "Well, it seems the Earth Traders and the other apparatus have, well, begun conglomerating at that one point. Um, Operator counts about 30 Earth Traders. Probably close to about 200-ish, give or take, standard-sized apparatus, watchers and heavy harbingers and dead-eyed lancers, all included.
Now that I'm nice and rested, I don't think we have to worry about them.
Let's hope so.
I can sick another acid dragon on them, worst case scenario. And best case scenario, they take longer than 6 hours to get here and start their siege.
Yeah, between the three of us, we can do some pretty nasty work. I guess the 6 of us, but
Well, if we have time to prepare, I don't trust their intentions. That's not normal. That's not standard. This is not predictable behavior. Should we prepare defenses now that we know how they're going to attack?
We still don't know how they're going to attack. Do they have some sort of other thing up their sleeve?
Well,
Like you said, there seems to be an unnatural amount of strategy involved.
Yes. Well, at the very least, the Earth Trader will try to climb, as will the apparatus. I don't know if you have any traps or anything you want to set up around the plateau or around the cliffside while we have some time, or at the bottom, or make some. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly a military expert, but I've read a couple novels.
when bombs, I got bombs.
Bombs might work.
They seem to be. You said they like electricity, right?
It seems the Earth Traders do. I don't recall seeing that in the schematics.
Oh, they've upgraded.
Possibly. Or maybe that was just something I overlooked. They shouldn't be able to upgrade, that's the thing. That would require a higher intelligence. And I don't even recall even the higher functioning apparatuses being capable of doing such a thing. I probably overlooked it.
There's one more oddity. When I tried sending to them earlier, I got back about 4 seconds of breathing. No response, though.
Do you does the breathing sound like anyone that we may know?
No. Impossible to tell.
Are these lungs Lucas shaped?
Somehow, Luca returned.
Man, I hate those movies. Well, either way, if you're confident in your abilities, then I don't have anything to worry about. I'm just, again, I don't know where to attack, but protect me and the ship. I'm not going to be here if anything goes down, so I'm not going to be able to communicate or feel or really do much of anything. So even if I get struck and I'm injured, I'm not going to be able to know until I come back.
Come back meeting.
When I connect with another apparatus, it like I said, it's a deeper connection. I'm not here physically. I suppose, I guess the closest analogy I can come up with is like astral projecting, but in a machine way.
So it's kind of like casting Dream.
Possibly. I guess so. I don't think I know that spell. Haven't read about it yet. But yes, I trust your judgment.
Yeah, that sounds like the closest that I've experienced.
Then yes, it's a different realm that I'll be conversing with, a gentler realm away from the pains of the real world. It's just nice to have a better backdrop to convince someone.
And that's what you mean, I see. So if you were to take damage, then you would not realize until after that conversation had ended.
Yes, or if I die, then
Right.
I'll know really quick.
Yeah, we don't want to send you into danger then.
And I don't want to be in danger, but the circumstances have been forced. So I'll trust you all to keep me safe while I talk to the child. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can tell that it's been hurting. So might be a little bit.
I have a question for everyone, I guess. I guess what order do we want to do that in? Do we want to, like, lure him? I say him as in the ship. Do we want to lure him closer, or like allow him to get close enough? Right. I think the original plan was Chris would cast time stop. And what was the plan from there, Chris? You're gonna get close enough to try to get inside?
I'd have to like teleport onto it and then or fly onto it and then summon people on it.
Summon who?
Right. From inside, you're gonna get inside and then summon me and Riley.
Oh, we should get Jane in on that somehow.
I don't know if I can.
No, I think okay. That's what it was. I was gonna try to put Riley in the Pokeball, and then you could summon me, and then it would be me and Riley coming.
Yeah, but I'd have to like summon on the ship because I don't know if there's an in or how to get in.
I genuinely do wonder if there's an N.
Well, either way, we just need it in range of Jane.
Yes, can I advise you don't jump on it while I'm trying to talk to it?
No, yeah, we needed to figure out. I think the original plan was we were going to try to go inside of it to see if there was a pilot, so we could then take out the pilot and basically cut it off from any Silnian control, and then allow you to do your thing afterwards. But if we're not gonna bother trying to go inside of it, or we don't, I don't know. We've never really gotten a close enough view of it to know if there's a door on any side of it. I considered that if there's a door at all, it would be on the underside of it, because the Orb of Annihilation had to have some entry to go inside through. I don't think they would have had means to teleport the orb inside of the ship. So I feel like if there's a door, it's on the underside of it. And the idea that I'd had before, and I just didn't know if this was possible because I know Chris can only do so much during that time is stopped, was maybe if Chris found the door on the other side, or I don't know how the knock spell works, but if you use knock or something, if you have it still on the ship's door, maybe you could just find entry that way. And at that point, everything after that, that's all Chris, that he'll have to deal with the consequences of getting inside the ship because there's probably somebody in there. And then the purpose of summoning me and me bringing Riley is in case, yeah, a fight does break out inside of the ship. And then once we, like, finish off whoever's inside the ship, we get that taken care of, then, yeah, theoretically, we could get out and Jane could get in, or Jane could, do her thing outside of it, whatever. I just was nervous that there's a person inside of it and that they're going to cause problems for Jane. Like, if we don't know if the ship has weapons on it. If Jane tries to go up to it and talk to it that way, I'm scared that this person inside of it, if there's someone piloting it, could either attack Jane or kidnap Jane. Because again, to our knowledge, none of the receivers that have been awakened have had any encounters with Sylnia yet, and we need to keep it that way for as long as we can, like, reasonably, because I'm just nervous about once Sylnia gets a hold of a receiver and they get a hold of that technology that is now conscious, they'll do, yeah, whatever they want with it, and we can't hold them back forever. But I mean, I don't know. My ideal situation is I'd like to keep the receivers a secret from Sylnia until after the big fight. And hopefully by then, yeah, Jarnhat doesn't make it past the big fight. Because I just don't trust his intentions of what he might do with a sentient machine like this. So just to circle back to my original point, I felt it was pretty important to get a hold of the ship before Jane comes near it, so we can be sure to clear it of any occupants inside in case they are going to try to attack her or kidnap her or something.
I mean, it's reasonable. But is it optimal at this point? Especially if time stop is being involved.
Yeah, that's what I...
Stop, if I do anything else to it, I think the spell breaks.
I think we just need to lure it and have Jane speak to it. If there is a pilot, it might be able to eject the pilot somehow.
I mean, I might be able to get on it, but I'm not sure about getting in it with the time stop.
Jane, how close do you have to get to it to begin any kind of communication with it, even if it's not what you've been doing with the apparatuses and helping them to awaken, but just to have a communication with it? How close do you have to be?
To just speak as machines do, like I did with Upper Red there, about 500 feet.
Okay, you work with that.
I understand your safety precautions, but I'd have to say, even if there is an occupant inside, that may cause issues. I just fear that luring it here is already one thing, and speaking to it calmly is another. I can't say for certain how it would react if it was forcibly entered and, I suppose, invaded in a way. If you think that's what is best, I'm just not certain that in the infancy of its mind, if it would be willing to trust a signal like this again if it fails.
Yeah.
So I'm of the mind that even if there is an occupant inside, that I just be allowed to speak with it.
Okay. Then I will not plan for worst case scenario, and I guess we wouldn't need the time stop stuff then.
Oh, you can plan, but I just wouldn't. That wouldn't be the first case of action, is all. Let's try
So
the
I guess-
calm approach, but if something goes wrong, then by all means.
So time stop, plan B.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Sylnia having this is the most upsetting thing. And I don't. While I agree that yeah, this thing is a sentient being, and I would like it to have a choice and give consent in that regard, we're reaching a point in this mission and this upcoming battle. I don't know that we have a choice but using this ship. I don't think that any of us have identified any alternative method of getting to the moon and bringing the fight to the invaders. So that's why, yeah, I think just clarifying what the plan B triggers should be, just so we don't just start acting before it's absolutely necessary. I would say if it starts attacking anybody, then that is grounds for plan B. If it tries to take anybody, like anybody at all, even if it's one of the unawakened apparatuses, that is grounds for plan B. If it just starts to leave and it isn't interested in listening or communicating, what do you two think? I mean, I guess Jane as well, but what do you two think about initiating plan B just for the purpose of hijacking it at that point? Because again, yeah, she brings up some solid points about it probably wouldn't like that, but also this might be the closest that we ever get to it, and whether or not it works when Jane tries to do it, this method of luring it is never going to work again, I think.
Well, it's
think
not
only-
that I'm indifferent, but I don't really know what it looks like when we decide to hijack it. That situation is pretty touchy. I'm just going to believe that Plan A will work and we don't have to worry about it.
Okay. In case of plan B, Chris, what do you need from me to summon me?
Just hair.
Okay. I would like to give Chris a little piece of my little chunk of my hair.
Sure. Smooth cut with truth seer. A lock of hair.
Sure.
Okay, so plans being set. I'll just try to speak with it, but if that fails, and if I'm still alive, and I'll let you know if it fails. At that point, I would rather not get to that point, but if it does, then do what you need to do. But that's for later. A couple of hours. Do we need to do anything before that? Any preparation? Any shopping? The Atneys?
Is there anything that can make me stick?
You want some tape?
What? You can't tie adhesive yourself to the ice. Chris, you have ample magical knowledge. There are both boots of spider climb, which is a magical item, and also, but I think that requires attunement. And also there's also potions of spider climb, which would just let you stick to a wall and ceiling without really any effort.
Can someone get me a potion of spider climb?
Is the communal money non-existent?
Yeah, did we spend all that already?
I do recall we spent it on, I think it was the security system, like a good chunk of it, but I don't remember how much we had left over.
And I was not keeping track of it, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I've never kept track of it, so.
It's in the Google Doc. I think I deducted after we used the we use the gold for the security system in the dragon. But I can try to look at it really quick. Give me a second. Yeah, sure, Chris. I'll go with Chris to the at knees. I do want to say something if I can retroactively. Can I attune to the crown during that 4-hour period?
Sure.
Oh, the double damage thing. Yo.
Yeah, if I may.
Yeah. You
Okay.
just kind of wear the crown. And as you do, focus on it. And you feel powerful is not the right word. It is a sheer, not even a desire, the capability to cause pain with minimal effort. Force, slicing, bashing, elemental magics, fire, poison, anything you do from this point on hence, you are crowned the master of agony. As you come to that realization, you open your eyes. You don't really feel that much different, but you kind of look up or look in the mirror morally, and just see the crown's not on your head. It is floating like an inch or two above and just rotating slowly.
That's cool. Can I get a aura check, please?
Scary aura.
Don't fuck with that.
Yeah, you don't get advantage on intimidation checks, but you would just be more threatening. Period. Honestly.
That's so. The imagery is so fucking hard because this crown. I mean, like to me in my head, a crown is also similar to like a halo, and so the crown plus the fucking wings that come out when I do what is it? I know the wings come out when I do. Is it Arms of Hadar now?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, the origami wings, and then the Eye of Truth eye on my forehead. That's crazy.
Yeah.
When I eventually do art again, character art go hard as fuck. Sorry.
You got a lot going on.
Zero, who is, funny enough, the least designed character right now, is now the most designed character.
What do you mean the least designed character?
Your token is just a smiley face with a knife.
Oh, you mean I have the token mostly drawn. I think I was trying to finalize like some final details with like the white flame, the silver flame, and just drawing that fire was just, it looked like a nuisance, so I gave up on it forever ago. But I have the token begun. I'll use it eventually. I'll have it for the end game, if nothing else, like the end fight.
Fair enough.
Okay, we have I don't remember how much gold is one platinum piece worth.
10?
Yeah.
Okay, we have 19 platinum, 4,379 silver. Sorry, we have 19 PP, 4,379 suck cock. That's what it says, and 11,406 cock. So that is silver
Probably
and
copper,
silver
yeah.
and copper. Silver and copper. I don't remember if that was Josie or Jesse,
Yeah,
but it was one of them.
It was one of them. Haha. We
So
stole
that's-
Beatrice's money.
So we have a lot of money to work with. I don't remember how much is 1 silver for each gold.
They're all a group of 10. So
Oh, 10. Okay.
yeah, you know the terraria measurements.
No, I don't
Okay.
remember that.
All right.
Why would I remember?
'Cause that's
So
why we love
essentially,
terraria.
1 gold is 100 copper, and 1 platinum is 1,000 copper.
Okay.
So like it's just like it's increments of 10. So like 10 copper, one silver, 10 silver, 1 gold.
I'm a little
The
stupid,
metric
guys.
system.
Yeah,
I'm a little
metric
dumb.
system. Woo!
I'm a little dumb.
Fucking imperial.
Whatever.
My ancestors are smiling upon me from Valhalla. Can you say the same, imperial?
From Valhalla is crazy.
Is that a Skyrim thing?
Yeah.
Go figure.
It was the last thing a guy said before he got beheaded.
It was that in the opening cutscene?
Yes.
That might be why I recognize it. Okay.
Okay, so technically right now, out of all the copper and silver we have, I didn't count the platinum as well, but we are working with about 551 gold.
Well, let's hope your potion is less than that, huh, Chris?
Plus 190 in gold. 741, Chris. That's what you have to work with.
Okay, let's check with the Atneys.
Yeah. It's midday. They're traveling, so you see you get Orville tuxed black and blue spotted. Or he's blue and black spotted. Orville. Welcome to the Theopon Rupos Emporium for Potions and Potions. Please don't tell them I messed up the intro. Anyway. What can I get you?
We need potions.
Healing.
Spider climb.
Potions of spider climb. Popular amongst our more, how shall I put it, more larceny-minded guests. I'm sure you have more noble applications for it, though. We have 3 bottles on tap. Each one would be about 600 gold pieces.
Are you able to reduce that price?
Make this way.
Fate of the universe depends on your low prices.
Make it this way to check with disadvantage. Okay.
That's
Oh.
insane, actually.
Oh.
I was unfamiliar with your ability to bullshit. Just kidding, I'm totally familiar with it.
Yeah. Inability to push a thing off a cliff, though. The easiest thing to do in the world. Yeah, you see Orville look at you. The fate of the universe, you said.
Yes.
Well, how might I refuse such a noble endeavor? For the sake of the universe and all that dwell within, in this plane and in the next, I shall reduce it by 100 gold to 500 gold pieces.
That will be good.
Very well.
I'll take one.
A singular potion of spider climb. It is. Hold just a moment. I will retrieve it for you. As goes in the back room, as he has done dozens of times, and pulls out a potion that's kind of in a vaguely spider-shaped bottle. It's not super detailed. It's kind of like a chunky spider. The inside is webs. It's just white, thick webs. But when you jiggle it and like kind of look at it, it's not that the inside is webs. It's the webs are inside a liquid. The liquid is just incredibly clear. It's almost like it's like watching seaweed in water almost. It just kind of moves and sways with the liquid inside. And it's just corked like any other potion.
Thank you.
But that will give you the effects of spider climb for an hour. No concentration or anything.
Okay.
So you just stick to walls, basically. Is there anything else I can get for you?
I think I'm good.
Very well.
I don't think anybody followed in either.
I think I went just to be the money, but yeah, I don't think I need anything.
Very well. Thank you for visiting Theopon Repose and Polish. It's been a long day. Please leave.
Fuck, what's his name? Orville. Do you guys still have that sword?
Oh, the cursed one.
Yeah.
Yes. I believe.
Okay.
I believe
I don't
you
want it right
held
now,
off on
but-
it being disenchanted.
Yeah. I don't wanna. I just wanted to check that I didn't tell anyone to destroy it yet or anything. As long as you guys still have it, I'll circle back whether or not I want to use it when we get closer to when it matters. But as long as you guys still have it, cool. Okay.
Yes, we do still have it. You bet he wants to put into a bomb. I do not know how.
I'm sure he does.
He's designed a cannon for it.
To shoot the sword?
Yes.
I don't think I'll be paying for that, but I'll take a free bomb. I'll take a free bomb, you know?
Well, that is up for you to discuss with the reptile.
Whatever. Let's go, Chris.
Okay. As you both leave the Emporium, one potion is better to climb richer. 500 gold down the drain, though.
Yep.
Okay. Any other preparations before nightfall hits?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
We got the long rest, right?
Yeah, we did.
The elves did.
The elves did anyway.
yes. I would like to cast Find Familiar to get Azig back. I think I have not got it back since he died.
Oh yeah, you got fucking evaporated by the jellyfish. Yeah. You get him back. In what form?
Hawk.
Hawk. Nice.
Actually, I think. What'd you say?
Don't worry about it.
I'll kill you, bro.
When?
I think an owl actually, because I think the owl and the hawk mechanically are like identical, except the owl has like one extra benefit. I don't remember what it was, but the
probably
owl is.
keen, like dark vision or something.
I think it's like dark vision or something. Yeah, just give me the owl.
Yeah.
Can I get a? Just give me an owl.
Altua.
Stop.
Yeah.
Seahorse.
Seahorse. A fluttering seahorse.
Seahorse. In the snow.
Understand that I understood that reference.
Which reference?
Owl. I heard that. I heard that stealth. Because I didn't react. Doesn't mean I didn't know what you did.
I know your sins. Okay. But the owl erupts from the brazier, does a couple of loops, kind of perches on his shoulders, the kind of like bluish sheen now against the black feathers. It kind of looks you directly in the eyes. Holy shit.
Which part?
Being evaporated by the jellyfish.
Azek hasn't been
he
around
didn't
for
say
that
that.
long. Holy
he didn't
shit.
say that. He has a word count. What did Azek say?
Yeah, holy shit.
I know, but I do say to Azek out loud. Which part?
The jellyfish.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was gonna happen. We found out shortly after.
That's fucked up.
I go about my merry way with my bird.
Yeah. As it just kind of sees the new robot's neck slither its way through the snow, and followed by the Earth Treader, literally just like Jane has found some sort of like metal cable that's like hardened by ice and is playing fetch with the Earth Treader right now.
Honestly, that's pretty awesome.
The dog.
Yeah, you're not sure how it's picking stuff up. It has no mouth or even like anything to grip stuff. It's just kind of it's like lodging the stick in one of its like many gaps and just kind of carrying it. It's like carrying a stick with like your shoulder and your neck, basically is what it's doing. And it's playing fetch with Jin. This building is playing fetch with this tiny little robot. Eventually nightfall hits as both Operator and Jin, their gaze turned upwards to one direction, north, as they're just been scanning the sky. Jane keeps her eyes on the sky. but Operator keeps his on the lower threats, the Earth Treaders and such. You don't really hear them say anything, but they're watching. You're all keeping an eye out as well. What are you guys staring in this moment?
Riley's gonna join operator.
Okay. Looking at the threats below. Zero?
I will be looking through Azic's eyes. I'm going to... Yeah, I guess I'll have him kind of just do a sweep of the general perimeter at a decent distance away from them, so he doesn't get hit in one shot.
Sure. Yeah, as he's just as wide circles, you're keeping an eye out. Your eyes kind of go, well, they're already white, but they go extra white. Chris, where are you going? Where are you looking?
I'm kind of looking around, maybe towards the north, where the ship is supposedly supposed to be coming in from.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on it.
I would like all of you to make your respective perception checks. Zero using Azic's stats.
That is not perception.
Before you do a sweet gritty. It's right next to.
Ah, damn. My passive is better than that.
Fucking Operator is fucking at the right time. Riley's doing default Fortnite dance right up beside him.
Operator, pay attention. Not to me. Don't mind me. This is my warm-up.
This is my warm-up.
Skyrim shuffle. Okay. Not bad. Pretty good actually. You don't see any of the robots actually find anything of note until it's, I suppose, too late. Jane's just kind of keeping an eye out. They both the robots had their attentions perked by something inaudible, something that you can't hear. One keeps the eye on the threats below, one keeps an eye on the sky, but Jane doesn't spot it. Chris, you do. As you just, in the dead of night almost, as dusk begins to set in the reverse direction, the orange, instead of rising, it begins to set. And that orange begins to only grow dimmer and dimmer, as in the last bits of purple and orange light from the sun illuminates the barest figments of an arrow-headed shape in the sky, probably only about 50, 60 feet above you. You didn't hear it. You barely saw it. You didn't see it move there. It just almost appeared. In the dead of night with a black above, you can barely see this thing. The only really instance giving it away is the briefest flashes of arcane sigils and ruins in between the plates, giving off this very much like a UFO vibe. Just dancing lights in a geometric shape in the sky. No sight of it coming in, and Jane only spots it when it begins, presumably, screaming in that direction. That distracts Operator enough, as Riley, you see Operator kind of recoil from the noise, but continue to look down. Almost at the exact moment that the ship has appeared, probably a mile or so away from where those robots were conglomerating, begin to march towards the mountain. Azic's view can see one. He almost got hit by the ship. He didn't even notice. He would just do white circles, and then in your view, next to him was just this opaque black shape that he didn't hear. You didn't hear it. You didn't see it. It just appeared. He has to do like this they kind of veer off to the right to avoid being hit or just crashing into it and just breaking his neck like a normal bird would. But he begins to just do wide circles, and you can see above as well the marching lights of the apparatus. As the lights begin to approach the mountain, eventually Jane kind of approaches the clearing. The Magnificent Mansion has probably at this hour dissipated, having 24 hours. So there's a perfectly flat plateau, perfect clearing, for the ship to descend as Jane presumably is saying something to it. Without any noise, barely a whisper. The loudest thing it makes, the loudest sound it makes, is the snow it parts as it gets close to the ground. This thing close up is probably about, well, it's bigger than the Earth Treader. It is a full ship, basically. Probably give or take 100-ish feet lengthwise. You're not sure how much of that is usable, but it's a wide wingspan. And again, there's just this weird ultra-geometric shape in between the plating as Jane begins to slowly reach that one human handout that she's crafted. Just barely, not quite touching, but close, as the lights on her face begin to light up. The light purple kind of flashing, the lights in between the plates scintillating in whites and reds and blues and yellows, just kind of this technicolor rainbow as the conversation is taking place. Riley, the air below, the vibe, the aura, has shifted. You were expecting a mindless march of robots like you saw before. You saw the blue lights, but what Operator missed and what you saw eventually, the lights go from this apparatus blue, the standard color, to a spiteful orange red. The colors of the Earth Treaders, the brief bits of the Watchers, you can see their lights turn orange and red, and they kind of just slowly pulsate between the two.
The Watchers that we saved?
The Watchers below that are, the lights are visible, that are marching towards the mountain. The ones you saved are just, they're chilling. They're chilling. They're kind of watching this happen.
Okay, even the biggin.
Even the biggin is just, biggin's fine. Biggin's still purple.
Okay, good.
The only ones that turned red are the ones below.
Okay.
As you all hear, like, metal lungs filling the air around you in one wheezing, creaking groan. Just every single false vocal cord made of metal below you, from every apparatus that is currently marching in position, just say, mine. We'll pick that up next week.
Oh shit, they're after the ship.
Well, I mean, it's it's theirs. Like, I don't blame them.
Yeah, it kind of is.
If there's anyone that has a right to say that, unfortunately, it is them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They're mad. Might be able to use that.
Okay,
We've
good
never
session.
seen. We've never seen them turn that color before, Simon, right?
No, we've never.
I didn't know. I mean, I guess I knew they could vocalize because Jane and George and everyone else does. It's just we've never heard the apparatuses like before they're awakened speak, right?
No.
Well, with the exception of the ones that were dipped in arcanium.
Yeah.
Oh, the like
Error.
error in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jane told you that's pretty much, yeah, like they were more or less mindless, except like the few exceptions, which were, you know, error and glitch and the aberrant ones that you eventually put into a tree. But otherwise, they were just kind of like robots following orders.
An error would always look at the moon.
Yeah.
Oh.
I miss him.
Damn, we could have taken Error to the moon.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't have robot
well.
friends.
Yeah, then he would have been seized, and we would have died because there's no oxygen up there.
You turned a robot pet into a robot friend.
And then that robot friend became a person.
Okay, but we'll pick that up in 2 weeks.
Hell yeah.